Silence here at Autzen Stadium for Kyrie Jackson, who tragically passed away earlier this year. Once a duck, always a duck, as we say. When we come back, the first availability report of the season. That's right. That's new this year in the Big Ten Conference as we wrap up the OCCU pregame show. On the other side, Jerry Allen and Mike Jorgensen on the call from Autzen as the Ducks host the Vandals of Idaho on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good, but we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
At Willamette Valley Cancer Institute and Research Center, we help our community fight like a duck by providing individualized cancer treatment close to home. Our teams utilize the latest immunotherapies, advanced radiation technology, robotic surgery, and leading-edge clinical trials at conveniently located centers in Eugene, Corvallis, Florence, Newport, Lincoln City, and now Albany. You're unique, and your cancer treatment should be too. Find out how you can fight like a duck at OregonCancer.com.
Simple question. What excites you about this team?
Just the opportunity.
He's got Tez. Tez makes the catch for the touchdown.
I got a lot of goals for me personally and us as a team. There are a lot of goals. We have a lot of talented players on this team. That's why there's a lot of noise. And we have all the talent in the world.
5-3 touchdown. Touchdown Jordan James. Oregon's ball. And guess who came up with it again? Ty Sheen Johnson.
At the end of the day, talking does nothing for you. Everyone throws the word talent around, but really it comes down to like what you do with that talent and how hard you work. You're gonna have to strap up your chin strap and let it go and fly.
Gonna give it up, and he didn't get it. Inside throw. There's Holden. Ain't no doubt about that. Into the end zone. Caught. Terrence Ferguson. So easy when they want it to be.
Oregon. We're all anxious to step on the field for a Saturday. Idaho. I know our guys don't take for granted the work that requires.
This is Duck Football. Learfield and the Oregon Sports Network bring you live play-by-play coverage of Oregon Duck football. Today's game is brought to you by On Point Community Credit Union. People are the point. McDonald's. Download the McDonald's app today and earn free food with every purchase and score a cheeseburger pack for $14.99 every Duck football game day. By U.S. Bank. Proud sponsor of Oregon Athletics. U.S. Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. By Toyota. Let's go places. And by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. It's game time on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Now back to the Country Financial Broadcast booth and the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you. Welcome back to just a staggering view from the press box. We just overlook sometimes where we are. The stadium is the focal point of our broadcast, looking down at it. But, Georgie, when you look out at all of the trees, all of the various colors of green, the mountains, and I mean, this is a spectacular view.
Yeah, we're pretty spoiled up here.
Spoiled.
No doubt about it. And the thing that's great about it, too, Jerry, is, off and on this summer, obviously we've seen a lot of smoke drift in, come out, blow out, drift back in. Today, very little haze out there. Just a great day for football.
Perfect day. Now we have something new this year called the availability report. Team is not in the tunnel yet, so I think we have a chance to find out what in the world is that, Joey.
Yeah, availability report, a Big Ten conference rule. So we can tell you that Gary Bryant Jr., Matthew Bedford, and Andrew Boyle are questionable today. Jaleel Florence, Dakota Fields, Ife Obadegwu, Dave Iuli, Travis Brashear, and Michael Gardner are all considered out for this game, officially reported. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you, kind of nice to just have an official report before kickoff on all those sorts of things.
Getting more and more like the NFL.
Sure
all the
is.
time. 2-minute warning, iPads or computer pads, if you will, on the sidelines for both teams. We're going to go communications from the helmets of a quarterback and probably a linebacker. Could be a safety, but it's going to be a linebacker on the other side. controlled from up here. Now, the pads they'll use on the sideline, they have limited views they can use, and they can only use it for a certain period of time. Same thing with the communications, Jorgie. I think 15 seconds left on that play clock, and they'll turn off.
Yep, they'll turn off. So you can't be going on and on and on, and all of a sudden get caught off in the middle. Now, you know that teams are going to have a backup system in place. If all of a sudden it gets cut off, you have to have the ability to look to the sideline and finish the play or get the signal again. But it begins to run out of time quickly, and we'll see how teams adjust to it. First game for Oregon do it. Obviously, Idaho gets it this week and next week against Wyoming. And then when they go into their regular league play, they don't do it at the FCS level. So it'll be just the changes that we're seeing, and there's already been changes the last 3 or 4 years. Here's another one for you.
Adjustments. Idaho has come out in their white uniforms with those yellow helmets and the very small numbers on the uniforms. Oregon in green with the big numbers just entering the tunnel, so it'll be a moment before they come out. And this is the start of the Big 12 or Big 10 season for Oregon in football, but official play in the Big 10 began on August 15th with a home soccer opener from women's soccer. Volleyball and cross country have since participated as members of the Big 10. This is the first opportunity for football, though, and it's kind of exciting. Got to be honest, kind of exciting.
Yeah, it is. I mean, all the build-up to it has been extremely exciting, and just all the antics of the blow-up duck in the river in Indianapolis. I mean, that got it started if nothing else did. So this is big-time football, and here we go.
Hear the motorcycle. Here we go. The Duck and the Harley make the grand entrance, followed by the team. And Dusty here, we're about ready to play some football here in 2024. Well, we are. Dusty is not ready to play some football. We'll get him on. He may be too close to that motorcycle down there to hear everything that's going on.
Boy, look at those helmets shine.
That is crazy.
You guys got me now.
Oh,
the motorcycle did blow me out here for a minute.
I thought that might
hear
be
you guys.
Ready to go for 2024, Dusty. I think that's just so many changes, so many new things. But as I mentioned when he opened the show, you just play football. It doesn't matter what's happened since 1916 or the PCC or the Big 8. But it doesn't matter. It's this year, isn't it?
It really is, and this is such an exciting time for Oregon to be entering the Big Ten. I mean, with all of the excitement around the program, entering a new conference, having a new 12-team playoff be in college football, and the Ducks roster and the coaching staff have built up to a point where they want to be contenders.
Well, this is a team that has been built to succeed. It started, Jorgie, quite honestly, with Mario Cristobal. He got some pretty big beef up front in the trenches, offensively, defensively. He had some really good recruiting classes, but Dan Lanning has just magnified what Mario Cristobal built.
Yeah, and the culture that surrounds this program right now. It's not just the talent, but it's the way he meshes all these guys together in a day and age of NIL and everything else that takes place. There's that instant gratification that players want, and sometimes they're on to the next thing. Not here. He's been doing a great job of keeping people, adding people, a continuity like you and Dusty and others have talked about from a coach standpoint. Important.
It's a flip of the coin.
They have called tails. It is a tails. You won.
The captains are Noah Woodington, Josh Connerly, and Jordan Birch. Looks like Idaho won the flip.
Idaho has won the toss.
And they want the ball. So Oregon's defense will go on the field first. And we'll get a chance to see some old faces, which we'll talk about, the veterans, but a good mix of new guys on this football team that you're going to learn. And they will be impact players right away. Kickoff from Autzen Stadium. Ducks and the Vandals 2024 is about to get underway in Eugene, Oregon, here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Before getting together with friends during pregame turned into an epic tailgate party, someone had to bring the six-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave. Bring the aloha. Copyright 2023 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. Enjoy responsibly.
There's still time to squeeze more out of summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now, if I can just squeeze more clothes into this suitcase for my road trip, got it!
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends September 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
If you know your party's extension, press or say 1. To leave a message in our company mailbox, press or say 2. Spoiler alert, it will be full.
Representative.
Would you speak to your mother in that tone?
Speak to a real human being.
You shouldn't need to shout into the void to get your health insurance questions answered.
Pacific Source Health Plans. This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now.
Welcome back. Hudson Stadium. Little electricity in the air. Atticus Sappington with the ball. In a moment, we'll tee it up and we'll kick it off. He's got Abraham Williams deep along with Jordan Dwyer. That might not be Dwyer. That might. Williams. Atticus Sappington, who was at Oregon State last year and a very good kicker. And Oregon's got a deep kicker room. Kickoff coming. Great crowd. A sellout here at Autzen. Approach to the ball. Boom. We are underway. And this will go into and out of the back of the end zone. That is a kickoff. And Idaho will come out first down at their own 25-yard line. Defensively, Mateo Ungalele is back. Jamar Caldwell, the senior, 6'1", or 340 at a defensive tackle. Derek Harmon at 6'5", 310 at a defensive tackle. Jordan Birch is back. Tatum Tuioti is back. I mean, you're going to hear a good mixture of guys from last year and new guys. One of those, Jabbar Muhammad, cornerback, Washington Husky last year. Boy, they're glad to get him. Here's the first play of the game. Short little pass to the flat. It's going to be caught for maybe a yard gain. That's going to be Eli Cummings. Not a lot of returners on this offense. I mean, they lost a lot of guys, Jordan.
Yeah, no, Cummings is a pretty good running back out of the backfield. He had Uyunglele in coverage there, so you would think it's a mismatch, but it looked like Cummings ran out of room on the sideline, so just a short 1 yard gain.
Uyunglele is too quick for a lot of guys. They just don't expect him to be that fast on the outside as an edge. Second down, basically still 10, maybe 9. Snap, hand it off. Trying to cut it left, now cut it back and runs into about 3 Ducks. First duck there, Tatum Tuioti, 6'3", 255, a sophomore. And he had help from Jordan Birch on that left side.
Boy, Jack Lane did a great job of saving that snap. It almost went over his head. He had to go hand to bring that back down and then complete the handoff. But he did a great job of just saving the disaster right off the bat.
Eli Cummings in the backfield. He did not play last year. He is a redshirt junior, 5'8", 165 pounds, 185 pounds, beg your pardon. On third down and 8, shotgun snap, look left, throw left, and that goes over everybody. And Jack Lane got decked as he let go of that football.
Oh, he felt the pressure coming. There's no doubt about it from big number 90, Jamari Caldwell. The Houston transfer was inside and bearing down on him, and he just kind of had let go of that ball. And he threw it into coverage, but luckily threw it high and over everyone.
Tez Johnson will stand back at about his own 35-yard line. And L.J. Harm in to punt from the 11 on fourth down and long. Snap. A little bit of a rush. Kick away from the left footer. And Tez gets the ball, going to try to spin and get it upfield, but he was bracketed pretty well by 2 Vandals coming downfield that wouldn't let him spin and get outside. That was good downfield coverage.
Kept him contained and in the middle instead of allowing him to make a 360 move and try to get back outside. They just hemmed him in and made a nice play on that punt coverage.
So first down, Oregon will go at their own roughly 20-yard line on that punt, 38 yards, no return. And it'll be the 28-yard line first down. Gabriel at quarterback. Jordan James to his left. Tez in motion, goes left, 2 receivers each way, and it'll be a handoff up the middle and almost breaking free. He got a quick 5 yards to the 34 is Jordan James.
Patience. Ran in a little bit of a wall of his own offensive lineman being pushed back into the backfield, but he waited, hesitated, and got up the field for 4.
Eaton with the tackle. Here's a quick passing play. It's going to be outside to James. Jordan going to go upfield, first down across the 45. Jordan James, such an important part of Oregon's offense is the running backs out of the backfield.
Yeah, the ability to catch the ball when you're a running back in this offense is a huge advantage for Will Stein and company, and that's also Dylan Gabriel putting the ball on the upfield arm on those screen passes so he can catch it and run.
Abraham Williams was on the tackle, and looks like maybe a corner or a defensive tackle, Jakari Lamont for Idaho, who was down on the field at the 42-yard line. And we're going to get our first time out. And our red hat, Mike Woody, is more than just a red hat this year. The Big Ten has him in a red hat and a red shirt. He is definitely, the only thing he doesn't have on red are his pants. But we'll get the break. 12:55 left first quarter. No score. Ducks with a first down at their own 46 when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
If the last few years have taught us anything, it's that human connection means the world. By connecting with one another, we know we're not alone. By connecting, we feel what others feel. We breathe better, laugh easier, and feel healthier. At Regents, connection is at the heart of everything we do. It inspires our commitment to our communities and to you. Here, health isn't just a you thing, it's a we thing. Regents Blue Cross Blue Shield of Oregon. Together, we health.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Jordy Dusty here down on the field, and we're underway. And too early to say, but Oregon just looks like they've got beef up front. I'm not sure Idaho is going to be able to handle that running game of Oregon.
Yeah, I mean, we're 2 plays into the game, so we'll get a better feel for it as this drive goes on and some of the series here in the first quarter and the first half. But right along that line of scrimmage, and you can also tell on the defensive line. I mean, when Oregon attacked on that particular play, Jack Lane had no chance to be able to throw the ball with any type of time, read the defense because of the pass rush. And so anytime you can continue to put pressure on quarterbacks and control the line of scrimmage, which is exactly what I'm hoping to see from these guys, establish that line of scrimmage now and just break Idaho's will right off the bat, and you'll be great.
At BECU, a member-owned not-for-profit credit union, they are proud to support Oregon Athletics and put their members' best interests first. BECU, powered people, insured by NCUA, membership required, restrictions apply. Thanks for being a sponsor of our Oregon Duck football. First down, 12:55 remaining. First quarter, Idaho 3 and out, and Oregon with a first down, and now we'll send out 3 receivers out to the left. Way out, Trayshawn Holden. Now he's going to come in motion. That's Tez in motion all the way to the right. Back to throw. Here's the first throw from Gabriel. Little short pass. Little screen. Going to work pretty good. First down, 12-yard pickup to the 42-yard line. Stopped by Isaiah King.
Terrence Ferguson out there.
I think the tight ends are going to play a very, very big role in Oregon's offense this year.
He was trying to set up those blocks, and I'm just going, go, go. 10-yard gain, though.
Dylan Gabriel, lefty, from that shotgun, settles everybody down, says, here's the call. Going to change it. Checked it at the line. 4-man rush, a 4-man front for Idaho. Here's the snap back to throw off, little play action. Going deep. Got him down there. Can he get there? Diving miss. Oh, almost for Evan Stewart. He was probably half an arm away from being able to pull that ball in, and he laid out for it.
Yeah, Andrew Marshall, good coverage, though. 7-on-7 on that particular play, and you would think Evan Stewart might be able to break away from him, but good defensive play there on the coverage, and that ball would have had to have been perfect, and even perfect might not have been good enough.
Matthias Bertram was coming hard, and he got a pretty good shot on Dylan Gabriel. 6 even, 200 senior. He's set in second down at 10. Snap over, little screen pass again. They're going to go outside, and first down again down the sideline. And that's going to be Kenyon Sadiq. Oregon's going to go 3 tight ends deep, and I would not be surprised, Jorgie, to see all 3 in the game at one time.
Yeah, kind of a hybrid guy is what he is. Tremendous athlete, and one of those guys that's going to be a mismatch from time to time, depending on what defenses do. You get him on a linebacker, game over. But you can use him as a wide receiver on that screen game on the outside.
21 yards on that play. Here is first down, 28-yard line, and under center for Gabriel. It's got, well, good to see Noah Woodington play football again for Oregon, and he's going to get the ball. Cuts it up the middle, gets it quick, still on his feet. I think, did they blow the whistle? I don't think they did. Yeah, they did. I didn't hear a whistle. Dusty Hare, did you hear a whistle?
I didn't hear a whistle, but apparently everybody else down on that end of the field did. You guys were talking about that deep ball from Dylan Gabriel, and he let that thing go, and it looked like it was perfectly on line. The wind is gusting a little bit from right to left as the Ducks are moving right now, and as that ball got unleashed, it was a high-arcing ball, and it just pushed just a little bit too far out of the reach of Evan Stewart. There is a gust to worry about, though, when you get that ball high.
I think Whittington was really excited to run that first ball, and he stumbled a little bit.
Here's second down at about 5. Give it to him again. Going to go right. Gets hit right about the line of scrimmage, and is going to get no gain at all. And the first man there is the defensive end, Keyshawn James Newby, 6'2", 250, a senior, among the leaders in tackles last year for Idaho. And that'll bring up third down and almost 5. He might have got a half a yard to a yard. So call it third down and 4. Gabriel with James back in to his right. Sends Tez in motion. The 3 receivers out to the left now. And a tight end wide right back to throw. Gabriel looking left, throws left, looking for Tez. Got it, spins out of a tackle. First down inside the 15 and out of bounds. Tez in motion from right to left. Little curl pattern, and it was a quick, easy throw.
Find the gap, just go sit there, and Dylan Gabriel puts that ball right on the money. He's just reading where the safety is, knowing that Tez is going to come inside and stop just short of where that safety is. Ball on time, on the money, and in the speed of Tez Johnson to the outside.
Isaiah King's got to make the stop, and here's Gabriel again. Snap, handed off, and James is going to get hit just across the line of scrimmage. He'll battle for about 2. It's going to be second down at 18, or second down at 8. Tommy McCormick, number 18, makes the tackle.
Yeah, McCormick came in and just popped him, stood him right up, made a great open field tackle there.
Oregon's offensive line. Johnny Cornelius guarding the backside for the left-hander Dylan Gabriel. Here's second down. Let's call it 6. As Gabriel moves men around, Ferguson's going to go out to the left. 2 receivers come right. In motion, Sadiq. He's going to go left with the ball on a sweep. Gets a little bit of a block, spins out of a tackle, but he will not get much more than a yard. And there again is Tommy McCormick. So the sort of the fly sweep.
Good pursuit.
Idaho, a good job inside the 20. This is hard yardage you get. It's now third down and 7. And Idaho, with wholesale changes on defense, they are really switching a lot of people in and out. Now they got 1 too many as they try to get him off the field, and they will. Gabriel. James to his left. Holding in motion back to formation from the left. Here's a pass. Got him open. Tez for the catch. Tez for the touchdown. Almost uncovered. Just either too much respect for Tez Johnson or just uncovered.
Little inside move and then popped back out. And the defensive got fooled on the move by Tez Johnson. You don't want to give up inside down on the goal line if you're a defensive back. And so they were concentrating so much on that Tez Johnson was able to get quickly outside. And a lot of times what you'll see is pick plays down there. And I wouldn't call that a pick play, but all you got to do is get in another guy's way and it's going to work.
Oregon shows the swinging gate formation of that spread on the kick, but they're not going to do that. They are going to kick it. And Sappington in for the point after to make it a 7-0 ball game at 8:19 remaining here in the first. And a hold of, the snap from Luke Basso and the snap and a kick up and good. He was very good at that last year. Sappington didn't miss much, especially on pats and field goals. He was very good as well. So Oregon's punting and kicking game, special teams this year could be a highlight. 8:19 left first quarter. 7-0 Oregon with a lead over Idaho. Vandals, they get the ball on the kickoff when we come back to Autzen Stadium on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
When your day one proves they're a real one by showing up with McDonald's breakfast before you even get out of bed. The Friends Don't Let Friends Skip Breakfast deal.
Real friends also understand if you eat their hash browns before you even drive back. It's buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's with 5 options to mix and match. Sausage McMuffin, burrito, McGriddles, biscuit, or hash browns. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Oregon.
Spinning it away. 40, 30.
Idaho.
Come on. Yes. Touchdown.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Welcome back to Autzen. I don't know what is more no, I do know what's more impressive. Sabrina Ionescu is much more impressive, but the gold medal she's wearing around her neck from the Olympics is pretty doggone impressive, too. Dusty Hare down to the sideline. They got security around her, so don't be trying to get too close to that gold medal.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'd be able to get within 20 yards of Sabrina. This crowd has been electric since the minute that they got in here. Guys, we're talking about the first game of the year against an FCS opponent. The stands have been packed 45 minutes before kickoff, and they erupted when they saw their gold medalist, Sabrina Ionescu. A really cool moment. Gives you the chills just to think of how much, not just this football team, but all sports are loved and coveted here at the University of Oregon.
Pretty special memories, huh?
Yeah, no doubt about that. That's neat to see. That's neat to see that recognition of her here. I mean, it happens countrywide, but to have her at home at the University of Oregon Autzen Stadium doing that was just really fantastic. By the way, Toyota Drive summary. Oregon opening drive, offensive drive of the season, 11 plays, 71 yards in 5:16. Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown reception from Dylan Gabriel on the Sappington extra point. Oregon 7, Idaho nothing. 8:19 left here in the first quarter. Drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Abraham Williams and Art Williams deep for Idaho down to our right. Sappington will kick from our left, approaches the ball, foot into it. This one's going to go high and deep and will land out of the back of the end zone again. Bringing back memories of Matt Wogan.
You know, it seems like to me they need to add another rule to the game.
I agree.
If you kick the ball off and split the uprights, it should be worth a point.
Always felt that. You're right. How many times did Wogan do that?
Gosh.
Numerous times during the year. Crazy good. Sappington's got a leg. Ducks are happy to have him make the transfer, the join of the portal from Oregon State here with the Ducks. Jack Lane, Eli Cummings, backfield, 3 receivers strung out to the right. Hamper, Graves, and Dwyer for Jack Lane. Snap, handed off, going right, trying to cut it back and getting a couple 3 yards. And running into Jeffrey Bassett. The boss.
Just scraping down the line of scrimmage, waiting for the cutback, and he was right there to make the play.
Pickup of 2, second down and 8.
Like having another coach on the field. And I'm sure he's got the sound system in his ears out there with the green dot on the back of it. How do you have a green dot on a green helmet?
I was just going to say, how do you know that? Here's second down. 3 strung out to the left for Lane. Young man from Oregon. Like Oswego, snap back to throw, looks right, looks middle, closes in, goes down, sack. Jordan Birch got to him first. He had a couple of guys helping him in. There's nowhere to run.
Yeah, you come around the outside, and he has to step up. And when he steps up, there's penetration in the middle, too. And so it's a total great job by the Oregon defensive line to shrink that pocket where Lane has nowhere to go.
Jamar Caldwell really was the other duck that helped squeeze him in. Should get maybe credit for half a sack. Might. Way out to the right. Michael Graves, big wide receiver. 2 inside of him, a 1 alone left. And this is going to be a handoff on a run back up the middle. Going to be across the 25 to the 26. Kind of a delayed draw almost as the quarterback goes right and then hands it off to the running back coming back inside.
Yeah, trying to fool Oregon to over pursue and slow down that pressure that's been coming in on Lane. And Oregon was not fooled. Linebackers stayed home, made the play, short gain for Idaho there, and they'll be punting it back to Oregon.
So here's L.J. Harm again. He averaged about 32 yards a punt last year. Didn't get many opportunities as they lost their outstanding punter to graduation. So from the 26, 4th down and 9, Tez is deep at his own 35. Good snap, no rush. Nice high hanging spiral. Fair catch called for by Tez Johnson at the 35-yard line. Nice punt, no return, and the Ducks will get it back after the timeout. That is a 39-yard punt, but no return, and you will take that. 7-0 Oregon. And I'm not sure what the White Hat just said, that we might have had an illegal formation against Idaho. So Oregon will have the opportunity to refuse it and take the ball.
Illegal formation, kicking team, 5 players in the backfield. Oregon is elected to reinforce the 5 yards in the previous spot. 4th down.
So they are going to take the penalty. Going to take the penalty and give Tez Johnson a chance maybe for a return. And Dusty, you gotta appreciate Oregon's thinking of that, because Tez is a step away so many times from going all the way.
Yeah, that's one of those things that in an early game situation like this, if you have another opportunity to get a return and get your special teams unit out here on the field, we're not sure how long these guys are going to be. The first unit of the punt return is going to be out there. So make sure you can get some opportunities if you can, especially in a situation where now 4th and 14, a fake probably not in play for the Idaho Vandals.
Yeah, why not? By the way, just a quick little score update for you. Boise State leads Georgia Southern. Safeway scoreboard update. Thank you, Joey. 56-45 Boise State. About 2 minutes left in that game back against Georgia Southern.
Boise State here next week. Here's the punt coming up on 4th down to get Tez. 5 yards up at his 40. Left-footed punter, very high, going to hang it up. And they used to call Peter, which meant get away from the ball. It's going to hit and bounce. They use a different term now. I don't know what that is, but it will go out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. So Oregon will get probably, I'm going to get about 6-7 yards after a 37-yard punt and no return. Still get the timeout. Ducks the football back. Still leading 7-0. Second opportunity for Oregon's offense. Idaho's been three and out twice now. And the Ducks just not giving up anything defensively. 7-zip Ducks back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was a whole range of emotions. There's stuff I still want to do. Being a young dad, it's not giving up. It's shifting. I look through his eyes. I can envision the whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. My life is now devoted to his life.
Through all of fatherhood's firsts, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me.
Welcome back, Todd. 6:01 remaining, 7-0 Oregon. By the way, really appreciate some of the fans who will be listening to the radio broadcast this week as the Duck game not available on Xfinity and Comcast while they work out some issues contractually. So a lot of people who used to watch TV and turn us up, we love you. For you new fans who are listening, maybe the first timer in a while, thank you. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
We love you too.
Yes, indeed. Ducks will get the opportunity for the second time in the game. First time around a score, Tez Johnson with a touchdown. Dylan Gabriel, 6 feet even. 200, they say, on the mark, in a senior, the transfer from Oklahoma. 30 touchdowns last year to only 6 interceptions. He ran for almost 400 yards and 12 touchdowns. He's very much like Bo Nix. Very much. Very similar. Except he's left-handed, like Tony Graziani was. First down at the 44. Going to hand it off. Going right side, slipping as he tries to cut up to about the 49 to get to the 50. Jordan James wanted to cut to the center of the field, just lost his footing.
Looked like there was a little more there when that play started, but Idaho was able to rally to it. Still nice gain on first down.
Going to hurry up offense. Gabriel ready for the ball. Back on a play action to throw. Hit from behind. He's going to go down. That was more of a missed offensive blocking assignment. Give Idaho credit. They came and they got through too quickly. The guy that got through was a linebacker, defensive end, if you will, on the right side, Keyshawn James Newby, and he was there right now.
And Dallas Afalava, who had 5 sacks last year on the interior of the defensive line. Good player. He was the one who made pressure right off the bat.
Here is Gabriel back to throw lefty. Hit almost again as he throws the ball, tipped and almost picked. And that one again was pressure on the quarterback, Dylan Gabriel. Jordan, that's not something we've seen. It's going to be 4th down. He's going to get up and kind of trot off, but he got hit hard.
I mean, he lets that ball go and just absolutely got drilled. And again, a little bit of trickeration up front with the pressure and the blitz, and nobody took the blitzer. And that ball was almost picked off out there in the flat. So Idaho, nice job adjusting.
Jordan Dwyer deep to receive the punt. Ross James, 48-yard average last year. He was tremendous. Now we got a whistle and timeout Oregon.
Yeah, and I think what Gabriel did there, it looked like, is when he followed through, his hand hit the blitzer, and they're looking at his left hand as over on the sideline. So
yeah, we got a timeout Oregon, and they're going to take it, so we'll go away too. So a game that started out pretty quickly for Oregon offensively, but Idaho in this last series found something they liked, and they're getting through that Oregon offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Twice in a row, both times Gabriel's been hit. Timeout, 7-0 Oregon, 5-minute mark of the first quarter on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community, and First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Kevin Cunningham. Kevin is a battalion chief at our local fire department, leading with courage and dedication. He mentors young firefighters and coaches track and field, helping young athletes reach their dreams. As a devoted father of 5, Kevin exemplifies commitment in everything he does. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Kevin Cunningham.
There's still time to squeeze more out of summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now, if I can just squeeze more clothes into this suitcase for my road trip, got it!
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends September 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
Before laughs in the parking lot became beers in the stadium with new friends, someone had to bring the 6-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha. Copyright 2023 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. Enjoy responsibly.
I left my heart in Oregon. Oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart in Oregon.
Oh, just play some more of that. I love that song. 5:01 remaining, first quarter. And Oregon, now this is a situation, Jorgie, where Oregon's looking at the tablets on the sideline at those last 2 passing downs, trying to figure out what happened, what went wrong.
Yeah.
This is where the tablets come in handy.
I mean, on that sack of Dylan Gabriel, they just got beaten a couple of places along the offensive line On the second one, it was a delayed blitz that came unblocked. And so that's what you do with those tablets is look at it, see how you make adjustments. Idaho's taking no – I mean, they're just letting it all fly. Why not?
Jordan Dwyer is deep, stands at his own 10-yard line. Again, Ross James to punt. And I mentioned James last year, 48.5-yard average. He had a 64-yarder. He has good hang time and a good leg. Good snap, no rush at all. Spiral low, deep's going to be taken at the 6-yard line and a fair catch by Dwyer. And Idaho will be deep in their own territory. Not a lot of hang time on that, but Oregon did a good job of sprinting down 50 yards on the punt. Low line driver. Well, Oregon football sponsored by Pepsi, Bigfoot Beverages, and the Pepsi Go Ducks Game Day app. Download the app, follow the Ducks, Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Well, not to say that you're going to see much more of that, hopefully, here today in relation to pressure on a quarterback or sacks. But last year, Oregon gave up 5 total sacks. So there's one right there in the first game. You hope that's not an indication of things to come.
In the backfield, looks like Nate Thomas now the tailback beside Jack Lane, the quarterback. Wideouts each way. Back to throw off, little play action. Deep over the middle, wide open, catch made. That's Jordan Dwyer, wide receiver, lined up to the left and just a little slant route over the middle.
Yeah, just got in the middle, enough protection for Lane to be able to deliver that ball. And again, he found a nice open zone there right about the 25-yard line. And that ball was a little bit high, but he went up and got it. First down, Idaho.
Lane was the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Oregon at Lake Oswego. So he's got some talent. Trips to the right, back to throw again. Throws a little screen pass. Pretty good one. It's going to get him a first down and more all the way out to the 40-yard line. Nice play by Jack Lane to just drift back and look like he was in trouble and then just drifted it over to his running back.
It's the way you beat the pressure, and that ball got slightly tipped at the line of scrimmage. I couldn't tell who got their hand on it, but still yet went to the running back. Well set up, screen pass, all the way out to the 39-yard line after starting this drive. Idaho on their own 6.
2 first downs on this drive. Little pistol formation. Lane running back directly behind him. And back play action to throw again. Pressure hit. Ball comes loose. It's up for grabs. Uyunglele is the one that made the hit on Lane. Knocked the ball loose, but Idaho gets back on the ball. Wow. Mateo came from the backside.
All of a sudden, he came free, and actually, for a quarterback, that's your front side.
No, it is.
But Jack Lane is looking so hard to the left that he has no idea that Uyunglele is closing in on him. And frankly, I thought Jordan Birch was able to get on that, but Idaho's able to recover that fumble and save a disaster.
Loss of only 4 on the fumble and then the recovery by Idaho. They'll go second down and 14, 3-minute mark in the first quarter, 7-0 Oregon. Here's Lane. Everybody in tight. 4 receivers, 3 right. Here's play action run again. Going to flip a little screen out. Not a screen, more of a little dump pass that's incomplete. Trying to get it outside the Mark Harper. So he's running to his left, and Oregon had it really well defended.
It almost looked like he wanted to shovel pass that to him right off the bat, but there was a guy in between him and the receiver. Had to wait a little bit longer, and frankly, it's a good thing that thing was incomplete, because if he'd have caught the ball, it would have been for lost yardage.
And if he'd have tipped that ball, he had 3 Ducks all the way around him. In the backfield, Nate Thomas again this time for Jack Lane. Goes 2 receivers each way. Wideouts to the right, to the left, tight end. One of those comes back to the formation on the left side and back to throw. Little dump screen, left side. That's the a wide receiver tight end, if you will, who makes the catch. That's Alex Moore, tight end. Lines up way outside, came back inside. And then nicely designed play, but they needed a lot of yards, and Oregon only gave up a few.
Yeah, what Oregon did there is only rushed 3, and they dropped 8 into pass coverage, and it's tough to run a screen pass with that many defenders drop back to defend the pass and able to rally to the ball for a short gain for Idaho.
Sophomore, 6'1", 195. L.J. Harm in to punt again. This time the ball, line of scrimmage to 42 of Idaho. Now a whistle and a timeout, and there doesn't look like there are enough players on the field for Idaho.
Idaho, their first of the half. 30-second timeout.
I don't see anybody sprinting in from the sideline yet. We'll keep it right here. Dusty Harrod down to the sideline. You got a good look down below. Jordy and I are talking about that rush from Idaho. I mean, you can play it two ways. You can try to cover, or you can sell out. They've been selling out, and it's been working.
They really have. And, I mean, when you have a mismatch on the outside, athlete for athlete, you just try to fill it up and say, we're going to send more than you can block, especially in Oregon's offense. We know how much Will Stein likes to use the running backs out of the backfield and have that fifth option for a receiving threat. And when you send 5 or you send 6 and you overload one side, it makes it really hard for an offensive line. So you're seeing Idaho, the big adjustment right there is just try to overload one side, bring 5, and hope that Oregon makes a mistake. And we saw 2 times in a row last series.
Here's that fourth down punt coming up. Again, the line of scrimmage 42. Tez back at his own 20. High snap, but he gets a kick away end over ender. Caught by Tez, fair catch at the 24. Never did see anybody come off the sideline for Idaho. And I'm wondering if maybe they were thinking they're not expecting a fake punt here at midfield. Would they go? No, they didn't. They punted away. 34 yards on that punt. And Dusty had a pretty good look at Dylan Gabriel down below. Seems all right.
Dylan Gabriel back out to take this series again. It's always one of those moments where you hold your breath when your quarterback has a throwing hand that he's trying to shake off. He's back out with the offense.
Noah Woodington in the backfield with him to his right. So good to see Noah Woodington back. He averaged over 7 yards a carry before he got injured last year. And he'll get the ball going right. Slides off a tackle. Still on his feet. Good. Hard. 5-yard run to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Jerry, you've got to establish a little bit more of a running game in this game right now. Only about 17 yards total rushing, or 14 coming into this drive. Most of it's been through the air. Establish the line of scrimmage in a run game. It'll take that pass pressure off.
Once again, Tommy McCormick, saving tackle for Idaho. Here's a snap and the give again. Looking for something. Nothing there that time. Idaho loaded up and won the battle at the line of scrimmage. And Zach Krotzer, who is a 6'2", 270-pound redshirt junior defensive tackle, led about 3 or 4 other Idahoans in there. And just shut it down. Basically no gain. It'll be second, or make that 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, stuffed it. Actually stuffed it right at the point of attack.
Gabriel, little triangle, 3 receivers out to the left, close to the formation. Tez alone right. Back to throw. Gabriel looking left, throws left, got him open, catch made. That's nice play. Kyler Casper, who's the tallest receiver on the team, and a wide receiver at 6'6", got in between the safety and the cornerback.
Well, great read by Dylan Gabriel. Saw the corner come way up hard, or at least commit early in the play to the wide receiver out in the flat, and that left a big gap in behind him to throw that ball to Kyler Casper.
21 yards on the pass reception. Casper from Gabriel, and here's first down at the 49 of Idaho. Half a minute left first quarter. Gabriel to throw. Penalty flags fly. Over the middle, catch made. That's very sure-handed Terrence Ferguson. He'll get the first down, but there's a flag down. Maybe offsides.
Illegal formation.
Oh.
5 players in the backfield. Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty. First down.
I always assume when you see a flag and they let the play run, that it is against the defense. That's not always the case.
As we learned there, because I was of the same thinking, is that must be on the defense lining up in the neutral zone, but one of Oregon's offensive linemen was just a little bit too far off the line of scrimmage, and it puts more people in the backfield than you're allowed to have. So 5-yard penalty on first down.
Jordan James beside Gabriel on first down at 15 now, back at the Duck 45 left hash. And the final play will not get underway because the clock has run out. They wound the clock, and we've come to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Well, football is back. Just kind of, it feels so good. I'm just glad I'm not out in the sunshine today like all those fans over there who showed up in the yellow and the green. It's a stripe out, and they did a great job here at Otson today. Fans, take a bow. 7-0 Oregon going to quarter number 2 here at Otson Stadium, the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy. Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Oh, yeah. Get a little louder now as we head home to Oregon. Oregon's got some of the greatest music. I know I'm not going to say other schools across the nation have tried to copy Oregon, but there's not much better than Shout. And coming home to Oregon, are you kidding me? Oh, this is a little bit of heaven here at Autzen Stadium. Dusty Herod down singing. I can see him dancing a little bit. Dusty, you look good. I know it's hot, but you do look good in a Speedo.
So you got to stay cool somehow, you know? Got to stay cool somehow down here.
At least you tan.
Yeah, that is true, Joey. I mean, I bronze a little bit instead of turning bright red like you. But it's a hot one, but it didn't stop any one of these fans from being here. Guys, it was announced as a sellout a week ago. And it really is. There is not an empty seat in this house right now.
It's pretty impressive for the Duck fans. And Oregon football has more, obviously, than arrived. Here's 1st and 15. Ducks at their own 46 left hash. Gabriel's going to give it on the little fly sweep. And Tez going to get about 5 out of it, and that's it. Didn't have a whole lot of room. Was going to try to make a move, but Sierra Barnes, middle linebacker, was right there, which is not easy to do against Tez Johnson.
Now trying to fool the eyes of Idaho's defenders, but they weren't fooled very much on that play.
2 receivers go way out to the right side. Evan Stewart way out to the right, 2 to the left for Dylan Gabriel on 2nd down and about 12. Back to throw. Going to go deep over the middle, and it's caught. Whoa, and a catch and a grab down to the 30-yard line. And Trayshawn Holden, who had a really good year last year with 37 catches, how he got that ball with a linebacker on his hand up. I thought it was going to get tipped, and he focused on that ball made the catch.
Yeah, I don't know how Zach Johnson wasn't able to tip that ball and deflect at the linebacker down there, but that ball is perfectly thrown.
1st down to the 30-yard line. Great catch by Holden, who was tackled immediately at the 30, center of the field. Gabriel sends a motion, back to throw off a little play action, wants to throw down the middle, and he's got him in a catch made. Tez Johnson. Nope, James. Out of the backfield, Jordan James. But a flag down back at the 36-yard line on the far side. The linesman, we may have
illegal formation.
Again.
Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Very rare to have an offensive lineman line up in the backfield. That's just Johnny.
That's twice.
Cornelius just not quite up to the line. Now, the wide receivers can look at the linesman and say, am I okay? But if you're an interior lineman, if you line up wrong, it's on you. They don't help you. So back to the 35-yard line.
When a defensive end has gotten by you a couple of times, sometimes you'll line up a little bit softer to try to protect that quarterback.
1st and 15, and the snap. And no, gave it to him. James going to go left and try to get it up the left hash mark. He'll get maybe 4. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 11.
I think what you have to remember with a Johnny Cornelius now, with a left-handed quarterback, he's the backside protection. You know, usually it's the left tackle, but now it's the right tackle, and you got to make sure no blindside hits are coming in on your quarterback. So he's been backing up a little bit more than he needs to.
Empty backfield, 3 receivers. Ferguson in motion goes all the way to right to make a trips to the right, and a quick throw over on a little bubble screen that didn't work. Trying to get away, but not going to get away. Going to lose back to the 34-yard line. And Idaho playing really, really stiff. Impressive.
Yeah, not giving up anything. Great pursuit to the ball. Looked like Tez was hoping to be able to almost reverse himself out and come to the other side of the field. But, again, the pursuit by Idaho's defenders all over the place. It's what you want to see a defense do, is just play to the very end, and Idaho's doing that right now.
All 4 receivers come left, and now James will go back to the right side and make a 2 to the right and 3 receivers out to the left. Holden way outside, Tez inside of him to the left. And a snap on 3rd down. Plenty of time. Swing it out, ball incomplete. Right, wasn't going to be a big gain anyway, but right through the hands of Jordan James.
Yeah, I think you're probably going for it here, frankly. Don't need to kick a long field goal. A punt really isn't going to do any good other than potentially trapping Idaho inside the 10. Even though, again, this 3rd down situation is not a high percentage make, what the heck?
4th down and 14 now. Timeout, Idaho. They'll burn their second timeout.
Idaho, their second of the half. Timeout on the field.
Not a whole lot in that first quarter. Looking back, Oregon had 6 first downs to Idaho's 2. Ducks had 19 rushing yards in the first quarter. Idaho -2. 78 passing yards to Idaho's 41. 97 yards total for Oregon in the first quarter. 39 for Idaho. The defenses have really more ruled the day here today.
Yeah.
Oregon leading 7-0 as we go to the 12:05 mark here in the first half on the Oregon Sports Network from Laird Field.
Look, we totally get it. You'd rather not be listening to an ad right now. But if you have to, a mini ad is better. Maybe even a Pepsi mini ad. Still all the flavor of the full-size thing, just minier. The way ads should be. Like this one. Pepsi Minis. That's what I like.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Get your home turf ready to play with the game-changing performance of Steel. Enjoy big savings this fall on Steel handheld outdoor power equipment. Find yours at over 10,000 local Steel dealers. Steel is a proud supporter of your Oregon Ducks. Real Steel. Find yours.
Ducks.
He has got it! Touchdown, Oregon!
Vandals.
Tremendous throw and a better catch.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you, and welcome back to Autzen Stadium. Well, we have a full house and a new booth. Ryan Milano is my spotter this year. Chris Clayton is doing nothing, just sitting upstairs watching the game. I had to get that in there. John Lundquist is back for his 37th or 38th year. 38 year. If you've been here 38 years, so have I. Holy cow. Of course, Joey's up there, and Dusty Herron down on the sideline. And Oregon, offensively, kind of sputtering a little bit after that initial drive. Huh? Up, Joey's occupied upstairs, so I shouldn't go down to you. My bad. Went down to Dusty. I should have turned and looked first. Oregon will now try the field goal, which we wondered. 52-yard field goal try for Atticus Sappington. He is easily capable. 52 yards. Snap, place, kick up. Just to the left. And I almost felt like somebody got a fingertip on it. I don't know if they did or not. But Sappington, who has got a pretty decent leg and very consistent. And Dusty, you were talking down below about a little bit of swirling wind. Is there much wind down on the field still?
Yeah, it's a little bit higher. So we'll get some gusts that are coming through on the field. But if you look up at the uprights, there is a little bit of a gust of wind, and it's swirling around a little bit. If you look on one end of the field, they may be pushing over to the left. On the other end of the field, you're looking at the goalpost, and they're still pushing to the left. So it's a little bit of a swirling wind. No matter which way you're looking at it, it's left on each of the uprights.
Jack Lane, first down at his own 34. Great stop by the Idaho defense. Back to throw Lane. Looking to go deep down the left-hand side, and it is penalty flags all over the field. A little laundry here and there. And Jordan Dwyer was the intended receiver. He slowed up to kind of look back at the ball. I don't think any of Oregon's three defenders knew the ball was coming in.
No, that ball was so poorly thrown. that nobody was going to catch it, and there was a better chance of a pass interference just by the fact that the ball was hanging in the air for so long. But Idaho benefits
Pass
from the penalty.
Defense, number 19, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah.
Tyler Turner got whistled for, but there were a couple of Ducks that were kind of involved.
Boy, no rhythm to this game at all. Offensively in particular, defense has played pretty well, but right now 7-0. 11:54 left here in the first half. Idaho's hanging in there.
2 receivers each way for Jack Lane. Redshirt sophomore. Cummings, the tailback beside him, and he's going to give it to him, and he'll go left, cut it outside. He's got some room to run. First down, 35, 30, inside of the 28-yard line. They'll mark him out. Big first down run. Eli Cummings. I think he wanted to go right off left tackle. It was just blocked up, so he just cut it outside.
Bounced it outside. It looked like Tatum Tuioti got caught up by the left tackle, wasn't able to keep contained. And when you lose contained and nobody else is out there, usually the offense is going to make a big play, and that's exactly what Idaho did there all the way down to the Oregon 28.
21 yards on the run by Eli Cummings. At the 28 left hash for Lane. 2 receivers go to his left, 1 alone to the right. And this will be a pass. Looking right all the way. Going to go fade down the right side, and it is incomplete. Great effort, though, by Mark Hamper. Almost able to reach in as he dove to the ground to gather that ball in.
Almost was able to get that as that ball was thrown out there far enough by Lane that only one guy was going to have a chance. Even though it came up short, Hamper came back almost underneath and was able to catch that ball before it hit the ground.
Defending Nico Reed brings up second down and 10 at the Duck 28-yard line left hash. Just underway, second quarter. Oregon leads at 7-0. Go twins each way. 2 receivers strung out to the right, 2 to the left, and Lane handed off. Nice little lane to the left side. Going to be stacked. Well, that's going to end up being a 5-yard pickup. Looked like it was going to be a 2 or 3 yard run, and then he just kept the legs going. Oregon couldn't pull up that. Tyler Turner eventually wraps the legs, and then he gets help from several other Ducks.
Yeah, he kept the legs going, and then he got a pretty good push from one of his offensive linemen to push him just a little bit further. And so, good gain to make it a makeable third down situation for the Vandals.
They'll go 2 receivers each way again on 3rd down and 5 from the Duck 23. Lane. Snap back to throw. Straight look down the left side. Coming back for it. Oh, no. Did he catch it? Incomplete. Or was it intercepted? Picked off. I did not see that on the far side. Holy cow. Tysheen Johnson.
Brandon Johnson.
Brandon Johnson, I beg your pardon. The transfer with a great play.
I don't know how he caught that ball. Oh, what an interception. He just got his hands on it enough to tip it back to himself and then keep both feet in bounds as he falls out of bounds and controls the ball. What an interception by Brandon Johnson.
Was impressive. So the first turnover of the ball game, and we'll take the timeout. Now I got to get my field glasses out. That was deep on the right-hand side. Saw the bobble, but I did not think it was caught. It wasn't. It was intercepted, and they are going to take a look at it. We'll find out when we come back. 10:24 left in the first half. Still 7-0 Oregon here in the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
No matter what you do or where you do it in Oregon, SAFE is with you, helping injured workers return to work and preventing future injuries. SAFE, workers' comp that really works. Learn more at SAIF.com.
There's still time to squeeze more out of summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now, if I can just squeeze more clothes into this suitcase for my road trip, got it!
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends September 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium. 10:24 remaining. Dusty Hare down to the sideline. I didn't notice it. You said they were going to take a look at that, but that was a great play.
That was a phenomenal play by Brandon Johnson, another one of the transfers that you've heard a lot about coming out of camp. Anytime you hear these post-practice interviews and you hear guys talking and they start rattling off names, you take note of the ones you keep hearing over and over again, and Brandon Johnson has been one. He made one heck of a play. It looked like when his butt hit the ground here on the sideline that the ball moved a little bit, but the Ducks are going to maintain it. An incredible play in traffic, putting himself in perfect position.
Young man, transfer from Duke University, known for their basketball and certainly football now as well. Jordan James alongside Gabriel. Stewart will come out alone to the left, wide receiver there. Two receivers to the right and an H-back. And hand it off to James. Nothing there. Got to cut it back. Try get through. He does. Stumbles over the 30-yard line. I wonder if he was as surprised as I was, because it didn't look like there was anything there.
I mean, his little hesitation there looked like he was going to go outside, and all of a sudden a gap opened up and he hit it. But he and Whittington have been slipping and stumbling on this turf so far.
He got lost in there. First down run to the 32. Gabriel. They make the play call as he settles everybody down and changes it. James will go to his right. And the step and hand it off again. James cuts it back and get a little more room. This time about 3, maybe 4 yards. Think of that last play, watching the replay, he kind of just got lost among all the big linemen. Nobody saw him. And by the time he got through, he was able to pick up a good 10 to 12 yards.
Surprised that Oregon hasn't picked up the pace of the offense to get into a rhythm to put Idaho on their heels, because Idaho's defense is not on their heels at all. They know they could play with this Oregon offense now.
Tez and Stewart tight to the left. Tied in with him. Stewart goes in more. Tez goes in motion all the way to the right. And a handoff again. This is out of the backfield. Trying to squeeze in first down out of it to the 43-yard line. Almost the 44. Jordan James, a little slippery as he goes up the middle. Zach Krotzer, defensive tackle on the stop.
But this is what you have to be able to do to soften up this Idaho defense. Run it, pound it, run it, pound it. Get good first down yardage in particular, and it allows you to make a lot of choices on second down.
Well, great field vision by Jordan James. Whittington in the backfield now. Back to throw. Gabriel, a lot of room, could run. Now going to throw. Catch is going to be made. Getting free. Sadiq now taken down at the 32. He made the catch at about the 36, 35. Too big to bring down that easily.
Yeah, big athlete, strong athlete, wide open. Dylan Gabriel hits him. Gabriel could have run for 15 or 20 on that play, but decided to put it in Sadiq's hands, and inside the 35-yard line of Idaho is where it goes.
24 yards on the reception. And Whittington still in beside Gabriel. Back, a little play action. A screen pass to the left side. There's some room. Cutting it up. 20. Inside of the 15 and upended about the 15-yard line goes Tez Johnson. So quick. Once you get the ball in his hands, if there's only two defenders and he's got a blocker, he's going to get by.
Yeah, and they caught Idaho in a blitz situation there where they had equal people on the outside, but more speed with Tez Johnson. One-on-one blocking, make the block, and you make the play.
Gabriel to throw again, looking middle, looking right side. Catch made, about the 7-yard line. That's going to be Patrick Herbert's first catch of the year. Listen to the tight end group. Terrence Ferguson, Patrick Herbert, Kenyon Sadiq. And it doesn't stop there. They are loaded in the tight end room.
Good catch by Herbert. That ball a little bit behind from Dylan Gabriel. Get it out in front. He has a chance to maybe run to the pylon. Again, still good gain on first down. It brings up Oregon second and short inside the Idaho 10.
Jordan James back into the right of Gabriel. Two receivers out to the right, one to the left. Now three out there. It's a tight end motions. Gabriel to throw, going to go for Tez. Can't make the grab. Stewart. Good defense. 7-on-7. That's Andrew Marshall, who wears number 7. And Stewart, who wears 7. And the fans are booing, and I'm not sure why. Dusty, did something happen we didn't see from up here?
Yeah, we have our officials in green and yellow up in the stands here that are calling for a little bit of too much contact. And Marshall was quick to turn around and tell them they were wrong. So they reciprocated that right back.
Yeah, a lot of contact out there before the ball arrived. They let him play.
I like that aspect of it. Let him play football. Gabriel dictating where he wants Trayshawn Holden to go. Tez inside of him. And I'm going to have to call timeout. So a little communication issue down on the field. And somebody's lined up right, or not everybody was on the same page. And so Dylan Gabriel says, look at this, call timeout. Figure it out. 7:05 remaining first half. 7-0 Oregon with a lead. And I will, I'll just tell you what, very quickly, we've seen games already in this early season where teams that were not supposed to play very well, not only played well, but some of them won and got upsets. It happens.
Yeah, top 10 FCS team here in Idaho.
Yeah.
And this was a team last couple of years. They've been in the playoffs. Frankly, I thought Idaho, because of all the guys that they lost from last year, big play type of guys, all the way from, Giovanni McCoy that's starting for Oregon State at quarterback, Anthony Woods, 1,000-yard rusher that went to Utah, a couple of receivers that combined for 1,400 yards, and a bunch of touchdowns and catches aren't here anymore.
Come back and see if the Ducks can punch it in on third down and short. 7-0 Ducks on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Yeah, 7-0 Oregon. Only 7. Kudos to Idaho's defense, who have really muscled up and just not given Oregon much operating room at all. But the Ducks, after a turnover, have taken it all the way down to the Idaho 6-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 3. And Gabriel will have James behind him. In fact, the fullback in front of him, give it to James, and he will stroll to the right side into the touchdown.
I formation, old school, run the ball. How about that? Up under center. It's the first time we've seen.
Was that Herbert in front of it? Zach Grace playing the fullback spot. I was like, I think I was the same as Idaho. What are they doing?
Dylan Gabriel up under center. I was thinking, what's going on here? Is this a trick play? No, just power football, I formation. Jordan James off the right tackle strolls into the end zone because of all the great blocking out there. That was just physical downhill football.
Oregon showing the swinging gate. Now they'll bring everybody in and kick. So 13-0. Haven't seen that a whole lot over the last few years. Quarterback under center, I formation. Jordan James had plenty of speed to get to the outside. Extra point kick coming up. Sappington. Snap, place, kick up. Easily down the middle. And we talk about a score being a little lower than we thought. Put 7 up there. 14-0 Oregon. Now, by the way, I got to make sure that I mention that all season long, On Point is going to make a donation of $1,000 to the Eugene Education Foundation for each touchdown the Ducks score. That's their second touchdown. So that is already $2,000 from On Point. Touchdowns for teachers. Well done. Well, you wonder if maybe Oregon's run game now, although the pass game's still pretty effective too, but that run game's starting to open up. James, on that drive, three good runs.
Yeah, ran the ball a lot better on that drive, no doubt about it. Obviously, some completions that went with it, one to Sadiq down the middle, but it was a run game that really got it going, and it's what they finished that drive with. The Toyota drive summary for the Oregon Ducks is 8 plays, 80 yards, and 324. Jordan James, the 7-yard touchdown run, and the Sappington extra point. And that, again, was after an interception in the end zone that gave Oregon possession, and they took it right down the field and scored. Oregon 14, Idaho nothing. 7 minutes left here in the first half. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
So the Williamses, Abraham Williams and Art Williams deep. Art Williams went the wrong way. He was clear down in the Oregon end zone waiting for the kick and turned around and went, uh-oh, we're at the other end. And he sprinted all the way down. I think fans let him know about that. Here's the approach to the ball. Sappington, foot into it. And this one's going to be driven high and into the end zone with no return again. So it'll come out to the 25-yard line. It'll be first down. 14-0 Oregon. And there is a flag down right at the 38-yard line, so the Ducks might have gotten across that 35, the kicking line, a little bit too soon. Idaho probably just take the 5-yard penalty.
Number 31 of the kicking team. 5 yards will be added. Next spot, first down.
So instead of the 25, they'll start at their own 30-yard line.
Dylan Gabriel right now 13 of 17, 148 yards and a touchdown. So efficient. Oregon's run for 54, 49 of those from Jordan James. Just hope they can kind of keep that momentum going the next time they get the ball.
Yeah, the run total right now is a little lower than I thought it would be. But they got a lot of game left. Here's first down. Jack Lane, sophomore quarterback. Oh, new quarterback. Jack Wagner in a quarterback. And here's a end around or the fly sweep. Nope. Yeah, it is. Okay, it looks like a fly sweep. They left Jack Lane in the game. He lined up outside of the left and came by and took the handoff on the fly sweep. So I'm looking at both quarterback numbers going, wait a minute, they're both in the game. And Lane takes the handoff and goes right. Unless, Idaho throwing everything at Oregon. Maybe a DB, Abraham Williams, who is a kick returner. Both wear number 2 on opposite sides of the ball. Was not Lane. He's back in at quarterback from that pistol look. Pickup was 4. Second down and almost 6. Turn. Handed off, going left hard as Thomas trying to get the edge. Got a little bit. He'll get the first down and then is tackled out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Brandon Johnson, initial on the tackle, and then got help, but if not until Idaho gets a first down. And they're running the ball pretty well.
Able to get the ball outside there. That's the thing about it. Jordan Birch looked like he had a shot at the running back, but again, outside contain. You cannot allow that running back to bounce it inside. Oregon's been great on the between the tackles, but outside they've given up some big runs.
Eli Cummings back in at the tailback to the left side of Lane, who gets the snap and rolls to his right to throw. Still moving. Now going to keep it, head for the sideline and go out of bounds. Short of first down. Chased by Bryce Betcher, who got to him just as he got to the sidelines and took his feet out from underneath him. But he still picks up a good 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4.
Defensively, you have to set the edge. Bryce Betcher came on kind of an outside blitz, but again, when you come on that blitz, he just collided, got stuck inside, and that allows Lane to get outside for the rush and the positive gain. Even though you're coming on the blitz, you are now outside contained, and you have to keep that containment.
Lane from that shotgun. Cummings to his left, play action to throw. Steps back, wants a screen, and it's not there, and he wisely throws the ball away. He could see Uiagalelei coming hard at him, and also too many defenders out in the area of the screen pass.
Yeah, Betcher sitting right out there on the running back where he wanted to throw the ball.
So third down in a little more than 4, almost 5. So far today, Idaho's 0 for 4 on third downs. See if Jack Lane tries to find it through the air. Looks like double running backs in the backfield for a pass. Trying to get free is Lane. He'll go left. Shovel pass, the ball incomplete. Well, great job by Jack Lane, because it looked like he was dead to rights in the backfield. I thought he was going to go down. He scored it out somehow. Both of his running backs who were lined up beside him went out in pass patterns.
Yeah, he was able to extend the play a little bit. The problem was he was being chased by Devin Jackson, probably Oregon's fastest linebacker, and so he was going to have to get rid of that ball. Good idea to see if you could shovel pass it forward, but Oregon's pressure got to him there. Ball incomplete.
So 4th down and 4. Ball near midfield at the 49 of Idaho. Tez at his own 10 has not had a real chance for return yet, as Harm has done a good job of punting the ball. Hadn't kicked it away from him. He just hasn't given him much opportunity. Here's the left-footed low kick that's going to bounce, and Tez will pick it up, try to miss a couple of guys. It does, but try to get it outside, slips down at the 7. Great downfield coverage by Idaho. Tez let it bounce a couple of times and then picked it up with the last bounce. Thought he might be able to make a move and get by, but Idaho didn't buy it.
Well, Idaho's doing a great job of, instead of going right at Tez, they're staying in their lanes, and you have to do that on a punt coverage standpoint. You can't just all of a sudden close in on a guy that's that quick. He'll make you miss, but Idaho stayed in their lanes, kept them inside, and able to make the tackle there.
Ducks will go with Tez out to the right, along with Evan Stewart. Trayshawn Holden comes left. He's all alone. Little H back to the left side. Whittington probably going to get play action throw. A little dump pass. Nice catch. It'll be Ferguson who drags a tackler across the 20 for the first down. Nice little play action. And the lefty going to his left. Make a very simple little pass for him to make.
Good play action fake too.
14 yards on the play. First down, this time handed off. Big hole up the middle. Closes quickly, but not before. A pickup of 7, almost 8. And Whittington will give Oregon 2nd down and 7. Up at the 20, where are they going to put it? The 28-yard line, so 2nd down and 3. Good, hard, quick run by Whittington.
Yeah, good push by the Oregon offensive line.
Ferguson splits way out to the right, the inside receiver. Here's play action. Whittington, that says out of the backfield. Gets by one guy, gets first down, and then slides across the 30. Made the first man miss. There's that quickness. And gets the first down at the 35. 3:34 remaining here in this first half, and a 14-0 Oregon lead.
Yeah, nice cutback by Tez. He knew that eventually as he got up the field, he was going to really get run over by some defenders, and so he went down real quickly, but a nice gain.
Tez, Stewart way out to the right, 2 receivers left, one of those Holden. And the other inside receiver, the tight end Ferguson, who plays more like a wide receiver. And in motion, empty backfield now for Gabriel. Time steps up, swings it outside to Whittington, gets by the first guy, but not the second guy. Will go down for a very short gain to the 37-yard line. Tried to drift Whittington out of the backfield and hope that nobody noticed him.
Yeah, Jackson Eck, the inside linebacker, was able to run out there and make the play. Whittington caught that ball, made one guy miss, but by the time Eck got there, he had lost all of his momentum going forward. Nice open field tackle by Eck.
Stewart and Tez Johnson come left. There's Casper way out to the right, I think, with Ferguson. And Ferguson comes in motion back to the formation of the snap and back to throw. Over the middle, he's open. Catch made. It is Mr. Ferguson. I say Mr. because I got a lot of respect for him. 45-yard line.
I don't think Dylan Gabriel ever took his eyes off of Terrence Ferguson when I was watching that play. He just knew that Ferguson was going to come over, settle into one zone, and anticipated where that zone was going to be.
Handoff up the middle is stuffed. Nothing there that time. Oregon thought they could go in a hurry and catch Idaho not ready, but they did not.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
And we got the timeout, 2-minute warning. That's new this year, although I could have sworn we did some 2-minute warnings last year. A lot of new rules this year. 2-minute warning here at Autzen Stadium. Terrence Ferguson, 42 receptions last year as a tight end. Herbert had 15 catches. Sadiq had 5. For your tight end group, more like a wide receiver group, you put them with the wide receivers like Johnson and Stewart and Holden and even Connor Casper. Oregon's really dangerous in the passing game. Jordy, if they can get anything in the run game consistently, it's a tough team to defend.
Right, yeah. I mean, they're going to have to develop this offense, obviously, and find what works and what doesn't work, particularly with Whittington and Jordan James at the running back position. Right now, a couple of offensive linemen out, too, so that makes a difference.
By the way, Dylan Gabriel, 188 passing yards today, 15,053 career passing yards. 8th player in FBS history to throw for 15,000 yards in a career. Where have we seen that before? 14-0 Oregon. Back to Otson on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card to give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Everything you need, from milk, eggs, fresh meat, and produce, and much more. Delivered right to your car. No need to leave the car or stand in line. And the best part, your groceries will be ready for pickup in just a few hours. Shop, drive up, and go at Safeway.com.
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium. The 2-minute warning, a 14-0 Oregon lead. And I mentioned that Dylan Gabriel over the 15,000 mark. Bo Nix, 15,351 for his career. He is within reach. Gabriel is. Here's first down at the 46 of Idaho, left hash, and ready to play. Gabriel with 2 receivers out to the right, 1 alone left. Now 2 as motion goes there. Back to throw, jumping and jumping. Now swinging it out. Got a receiver out of the backfield. That's Whittington. Going to get by a man. Close to a first down. Hurdles another one out of bounds. No, Whittington was going to get close to a first down, and they just made sure he was going to by making 2 guys just miss.
But they marked him short.
Well, they started to move those chains. They'll put him back down. Now they'll move him.
Okay. Looked like they'd marked him a yard short, and then he was able to kind of leap his way across that first down. I thought he had. Obviously, he had.
And Gabriel did a great job. He checked and checked and checked, and there was nobody open. So that was a last-moment decision. Get my back out of the backfield and try to get something.
Yeah. Remember where your guys are. That's tough to do.
Whittington made the first down at the 36-yard line. Gabriel to throw again. Good protection. Short pass over the middle. That is Whittington again, I think, inside the 25-yard line. Well, show a little shiftiness when he gets that ball. If you're defending, you're not sure which way he's going to go.
Boy, Trayshawn Holden's lost his helmet twice on this drive. I don't know if somebody's grabbing, not probably grabbing the face mask, or we'd see a flag out there, but he's lost his helmet 2 times on this and had to come out.
Stewart and Tez go to the right. 2 receivers come left. Casper way outside to the left. On first down, Gabriel back to throw. Look, the backside ball stripped. It's on the turf. I can see him coming around. Who got the ball? Don't know yet. And it's Idaho's ball. Dallas Afalava. Jorgie, you can see him coming, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Wrapping around that backside, and you got to protect the backside of the quarterback. Dylan Gabriel kind of dropped that ball low down around his waist, and that's where Afalava or whoever it was that came around the backside. Couldn't tell who it was. I think it was James Newby, number 1, that was able to strip him. Those are the 2 best players on that defensive line, are Afalava and James Newby. And when that ball got dropped below his waist, that's where James Newby was able to strip it, and Idaho recovers it and shuts down that drive.
Well, Johnny Cornelius was doing all he could to try to keep that from happening, but that was just a great effort by Keyshawn James Newby. Great defensive effort by he. So Idaho with the ball back with 1:26 remaining and 1 timeout. Most likely go to the air. Jack Lane at quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 2 close to the left on the short side. Back to throw Lane. Steps up, almost gets hit, throws, got a man open, and a catch made at the 50-yard line. Mark Hamper got open over the middle, little zone. And great job by Lane to get the ball out.
Yeah, to keep it alive.
Hurry-up offense for Idaho. 19 yards on the completion. He's back to throw again, Lane. Swings it out to the right side or left side, and it goes incomplete over the top of his running back, Eli Cummings. 1:09 remaining. So 2 turnovers in this ball game, 1 each way now. Interception for Oregon, Brandon Johnson, and a fumble by the Ducks quarterback Dylan Gabriel, and recovered by Amari Washington for Idaho, giving them life at the 50-yard line with trips right, a lone receiver to the short side of the field. Back, going to actually looked like a design run, but not going to work, and just throws it away. I don't know if that was a design run or if he was just trying to gain time. Looked like he wanted to go right up the middle.
Yeah, it looked like almost it was a quarterback draw, and yet the way Oregon's defensive line shifted around on that play, Uyunglele basically was lined up as a nose guard, and then when the snap of the ball took place, he looped to the outside exactly where Lane was. So, again, Oregon's defense confusing Idaho a little bit on that play, caused that ball to be thrown away by Lane.
3rd down and 10 at 50-yard line, 1:04 remaining. Oregon could conceivably get the ball back if they can get a stop here with enough time left to do something. And hand the ball off, going left. Nice little pick across the left-hand side of the 45 of Oregon, but short of the first down is Cummings, running back. Little delayed draw back the other way.
We almost feel like this is go time for Idaho. If you're going to try to score some points and hang in this game, or maybe get to a point where you can kick a field goal or score a touchdown, 4th and 2 at the Oregon 42, I'd go for it if I was them, as the clock is counting down.
37 seconds remaining in the half. Play clock at 16. So they'll run a play on 4th and 2. Lane with a snap to throw. Wants to go deep down the right side. Got a receiver. No penalty flags. Well defended. Tony Harstes was the intended receiver, and he was blanketed by Brandon Johnson. Great job in the coverage to be there, but not get a pass interference call.
Running stride for stride. And again, a little bit of contact out there, but no real grabbing or pushing each other off. Offense was pushing defense, defense offense. I like the fact that the officials are letting them play a little bit without getting sloppy.
So 19 seconds remaining and 1 timeout for Oregon. Dylan Gabriel will bring out to the right Trayshawn Holden. Taz inside of him. Actually, that may be Holden who comes to the left. Inside of him is Ferguson. Stewart out to the right, or to actually way out to the left-hand side, and Gabriel back to throw. Wants something deep. Not going to go short to the up man. James 50, 45, tackle for the first down across the 45-yard line, but 12 seconds remaining.
And Oregon does have
1 timeout remaining. Yep. And they, with 12 seconds remaining, they wind the clock and they spike the ball, so they'll have 8 seconds remaining now.
Yeah, lost 4 seconds on that play. But what you hope to be able to do, if nothing else, is you can throw the ball to the middle of the field now. Guys have to keep in mind you might have to go down and call timeout, maybe get a field goal attempt here.
Here's Gabriel, trips left, 1 alone to the right. Gabriel snapping back to throw with 8 seconds. Looking middle, dumps it over the middle. It's caught. Going to hurry and get to the sideline. Didn't get there. Going to call timeout with 1 second remaining. Did they get the timeout? I think they did. Short of the first down to the 42. So,
there's 1 second remaining.
Yeah, I thought they called timeout with 1 second remaining.
For 30 final.
But at the 41-yard line, this is not anywhere near a field goal try, one would not think. So is this a Hail Mary?
Yeah, probably so.
Duck football in the Big Ten. Hoodoo ski area saying, hey, I'm going to take advantage of that for you. If you are 10 years old or under, we're going to let you ski for free. 10 and under kids ski free and ride free all day, every day at Hoodoo. Welcome to the Big Ten. So, Hail Mary to the end zone. Dusty, you probably saw a few of these in your year, didn't you?
Yeah, unfortunately, we were down a lot, so we had to throw them.
No. Gabriel trips to the left, 1 to the right. Idaho playing guys in the end zone. 4 people in the end zone. 4 safeties, corners or whatever. 4 more at the 20. Gabriel throws a little screen. Is this going to be a hook and ladder? Nope. Sadiq, and it's not going to go anywhere, and that's the last play of the half. Much ado about nothing. You knew Oregon was going to get the ball with an opportunity, but they just did not get a chance to get it downfield. So it'll end 14-0 Oregon at the halftime. What a, I must say, an interesting first half of football. Wait for Dusty to get down below.
I don't know if the word clunky is right, but it just seemed like Oregon really never got into any type of offensive rhythm. Obviously, defensively, shutting out Idaho in the first half, only 113 yards of total offense. No complaints there. Even an interception in the end zone that gave you the possession to go down and score a touchdown. But offensively, 52 yards rushing. Idaho has outrun Oregon. A little bit of a surprise.
That's theirs to Dusty.
Coach, week one, alignment, assignment, procedure. How do you assess it in the first half?
Not where we want to be, right? I think there's some pieces missing that we can do a better job of, right? We've hurt ourselves a couple times on drives, put us behind the chains, and haven't been able to capitalize on that.
What are your thoughts on Dylan Gabriel in his first half as quarterback for you?
Yeah, I think he's done some good things, right? I think we got to make sure we do a better job protecting the ball, right? Some of that's on him. Some of that's on the guys up front protecting them, and us being clean with our protections.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Dusty here, our halftime interview brought to you by Toyota. Head coach Dan Lanning, but Dusty and Toyota brings us to halftime, and Oregon up 14-0. Not feeling real comfortable about the way they played football the first half. Idaho's got to be very happy with the way they have fought on the road to stay in this game, and they are very much in this game. 14-0 Oregon at the half. Scores, highlights, and more coming up from Autzen Stadium on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people, for charting your own path, for choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else, because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU, power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join, federally insured by NCUA.
I want BOGO for $1. Daily double.
Honey, wake up.
What? What's up?
You were talking in your sleep.
I had this dream. McDonald's Daily Double was BOGO for $1, just like the McChicken, McDouble, and Hot and Spicy McChicken.
Honey, that's not a dream. The Daily Double is BOGO for $1.
Oh, my dreams are coming true.
I don't know about that.
What do you think that dream means?
I guess you really like McDonald's BOGO for $1 items.
Oh, you're good.
Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The first half is in the books. Time now for college football's most refreshing halftime show. Presented by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. A first half recap. Scores from the Big Ten and the rest of college football are all ahead on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Joey Mack at Autzen Stadium, along with Ryan Milano, who's got some Safeway scores for you in a bit, and some first half highlights with the man, Chris Clayton. Chris, take it away.
Thank you so much. It was maybe not as many fireworks as we see a lot of times in these week one games, but it started well for the Ducks against Idaho. The defense for Oregon came out, forced a 3-and-out to start the game, getting the ball back. And then Oregon gets the ball, the debut of Dylan Gabriel as the Oregon quarterback, and the Ducks march down the field. They go 11 plays, 71 yards in more than 5 minutes, capped off by this touchdown.
Gabriel James to his left. Holding in motion back to formation from the left. Here's a pass. Got him open. Tez for the catch. Tez for the touchdown. Almost uncovered. Just either too much respect for Tez Johnson or just uncovered.
Yeah, Tez Johnson with a ton of space to operate. He's just kind of basically able to jog in for the 7-yard touchdown. The first of hopefully many Dylan Gabriel touchdown passes in a Ducks uniform. Then the Oregon defense again holding strong. The Vandals 3 and out once again. Ducks are flying high in the first quarter, but then things slow down a little bit for the Oregon offense as the first quarter rolls on to about 5 minutes to go. The Ducks are forced to go 3 and out. Maybe some blocking issues on some aggressive blitzes by Idaho, pressuring Dylan Gabriel. And Gabriel, there was a little bit of concern, some anxiety in Autzen Stadium as he hit his hand on a follow-through on a pass on a rushing defensive lineman's helmet. Thankfully, he was okay. The problem was Idaho then got the ball. They got back-to-back first downs on 2 plays, their first 2 first downs of the game. But then Oregon's defense stepping up with a big play in the backfield.
Lane running back directly behind him, and back play action to throw again. Pressure hit, ball comes loose. It's up for grabs. Uyunglele is the one that made the hit on Lane, knocked the ball loose, but Idaho gets back on the ball.
So Jack Lane, the quarterback, was able to recover the fumble, but Mateo Uyunglele looking for a big season in the backfield. Oregon needs that defensively, and he's able to get the forced fumble and the strip sack there. But the Vandals got it. They were forced to punt. That play really stalled out their drive. Oregon gets the ball back. Remember, at this point, it's still 7-0 Ducks into the second quarter early on. Oregon able to march it into Idaho territory on a big pass from Gabriel to Kyler Casper.
Tez alone right. Back to throw. Gabriel looking left. Throws left. Got him open. Catch made. That's nice play. Kyler Casper, who's the tallest receiver on the team, and a wide receiver at 6'6", got in between the safety and the cornerback.
The lanky wide receiver, the 6'6", Kyler Casper, stepping up, making a big play there. The Ducks get into Idaho territory, but Oregon had their drive stall out once again. Atticus Sappington missed 52-yard field goal, kept the game at 7-0. And then there was some more concern as Idaho was able to march it into Oregon territory. They got a 21-yard run, and it looked like maybe Idaho was getting towards the end zone before the Ducks secondary stepped up, and Brandon Johnson with a spectacular interception of the end zone.
They'll go 2 receivers each way again on 3rd down and 5 from the Duck 23. Lane, snap back to throw. Straight look. Down the left side, coming back for it. Oh, no. Did he catch it? Incomplete. Or was it intercepted? Picked off. I did not see that on the far side. Holy cow. Tysheen Johnson. Brandon Johnson, I beg your pardon. The transfer with a great play.
I don't know how he caught that ball. Oh, what an interception. He just got his hands on it enough to tip it back to himself and then keep both feet in bounds as he falls out of bounds and controls the ball. What an interception by Brandon Johnson.
Was impressive.
It's a wild play. That's why you go in the transfer portal, right? You go and get Brandon Johnson from Duke, and he makes a crazy interception in the edge of the end zone and able to keep his feet in bounds. That gave Oregon some life, maybe carrying over to the offense. The Ducks started with the ball at their own 20-yard line, and they just march it downfield. A quick 8-play drive going 80 yards in just over 3 minutes, capped off by this Jordan James touchdown.
And Gabriel will have James behind him. In fact, the fullback in front of him, give it to James, and he will stroll to the right side in the touchdown.
I formation, old school, run the ball. How about that? Up under center. It's the first time we've seen. Was that Herbert in front of him?
Zach Grace playing the fullback spot.
There's a lot of Duck fans are going to be shocked to hear Oregon rolled out with the I formation based on the history of the last couple decades or so. But Zach Grace is in there as the fullback. Jordan James able to take it in for the touchdown. Oregon goes up 14-0. Idaho gets the ball back at their own 20. They're forced to punt. And then the Ducks, with just 4 minutes to go in the half, they have the ball deep in their own territory. And Idaho able to step up, and they're staying in the game with some stingy defense.
Stewart and Tez go to the right. 2 receivers come left. Casper way outside to the left. on first down. Gabriel back to throw. Look to backside, ball stripped. It's on the turf. I can see him coming around. Who got the ball? Don't know yet. It is Idaho's ball.
And it's been that type of half, right? Idaho's made some plays to keep themselves in the game. I mean, Oregon has 296 yards compared to 113 for the Vandals, but Idaho, with that Keyshawn James newbie forced fumble, Dallas Afalaba, who's had a huge first half, he had the recovery with just a minute 20 to go in the first half. The Vandals able to stall that Ducks drive that got near the red zone. Idaho was then quickly stopped. The Ducks, with 20 seconds left, weren't able to make anything happen. So that's how the first half went. 14-0 is the score at the moment. The Ducks lead the Vandals, and a lot to like, but a lot to improve on for Oregon here moving forward. This is the Coors Light halftime show. Coors Light, choose chill, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. We roll on with the halftime show. When we come back, Ryan Milano has got us covered with the scoreboard update from around the country on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
There's still time to squeeze more out of summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now, if I can just squeeze more clothes into this suitcase for my road trip, got it!
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends September 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Before getting together with friends during pregame turned into an epic tailgate party, someone had to bring the six-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave. Bring the aloha. Copyright 2023 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. Enjoy responsibly.
Ducks, Vandals.
There's nothing like being up here in the booth, looking down on the stadium, across Eugene, Springfield, to get football season started off.
This is Oregon football from Learfield.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know, but when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. No. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. No, by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Time for another check of scores from around the Big Ten and the rest of college football. Brought to you by Safeway, official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks.
Back here at halftime for the Safeway scoreboard update, top 25 and Big Ten scoreboard. Looking around the rest of the conference, 2 games running concurrently with Oregon in this time slot. Both of them have been really low scoring to this point in the afternoon. Fresno State traveling to Michigan. Bulldogs hanging in there. 10-3 the score in the first game for Sharon Moore's Wolverine era at Michigan, and that's the halftime score. Michigan only 10 points on the scoreboard with 3 for Fresno State. It's been low scoring across the Pacific as well. At Hawaii, none. The score for UCLA, 0 so far in the first half, with a 7 on the board for the Rainbow Warriors. And then, how about the top 25? It's as even can get right now in the ranked matchup that's going on right now. Notre Dame and Texas A&M, number 7 versus number 20, tied at 6 apiece. Every single statistic is just about as lockstep as it could be, all the way down to the time of possession. That game is incredibly close. All of the games around the Big Ten and that top 25 close. Then it starts to get to some blowouts around the other games going on in the top 25. Number 18, Kansas State, playing host to UT Martin. And it's the Wildcats that are currently in front 20-6 midway through the third quarter against UT Martin. And here's where the SEC comes into play. At halftime, Ole Miss pouring it on. The number 9 ranked Rebels hosting Furman, up 52-zip at the break. It doesn't get much better if you're Western Kentucky either. 42-0 is the score between Western Kentucky and the Hilltoppers and the number 5 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. Those are the games that are going on in the top 25 and the Big Ten surrounding this game, with Oregon going on in the same time slot. Some updates from games that have concluded since we updated you with the scores before the game started in the pregame. Texas, they got the win 52-0 over Colorado State, the number 4 ranked Longhorns. And Miami closed out their win over Florida 41-17. The Hurricanes rolled. Ohio State completed their victory over Akron by a score of 52-6. That's what's going on around the rest of the Big Ten and the rest of the top 25. Scoreboard update brought to you by Safeway, the official grocery partner of the Oregon Ducks. It's halftime between Oregon and Idaho. Ducks up 14-0. Halftime stats coming up when we return on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
College football's most refreshing halftime show has been brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. This is Duck Football from Learfield.
Since 1894, the rivalry between Oregon and Oregon State has grown to a fever pitch. The 2024-25 rivalry series is in full force, and the action between the Ducks and Beavers will be exciting. Year after year, the student-athletes, coaches, and schools take great pride in being part of one of the longest rivalry series in the nation. The University of Oregon would like to thank Pacific Source Health Plans, Albertson Safeway, Toyota, and First Interstate Bank as being the proud partners of this year's rivalry series.
It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing, because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
I'm convinced I have the best Labor Day setup. A cold drink in one hand and my phone in the other while I shop Kohl's Labor Day sale. They have seriously great deals to refresh your home. $10 off if you spend $25 or more. $5 Kohl's cash for every $25 spent. And up to 85% off into summer clearance faves. Yep, I can always count on Kohl's to keep it real with the best savings. And now it's time for a refill. Select styles. Offers end September 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Everything you need, from milk, eggs, fresh meat, and produce, and much more. Delivered right to your car. No need to leave the car or stand in line. And the best part, your groceries will be ready for pickup in just a few hours. Shop, drive up, and go at Safeway.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oregon. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Oregon and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Oregon.
Coors Light Halftime Show wraps up. I'm Joey Mack with you at Autzen Stadium. Ryan Milano, Chris Clayton with us on halftime. Ashley Gentry in the OSN studios. I'll tell you, the first half stats, if you look at the team stats, you might think that it'd be more than a 14-0 score for the Ducks. Oregon outscoring Idaho, outgaining Idaho 296 to 113. 244 of those yards through the air for the Ducks. Dylan Gabriel, really efficient, 22 for 26 for that 244. 1 touchdown and no interceptions. A 176 rating for him, completing 85% of his passes. Ducks with just 52 yards on the ground, 49 of them from Jordan James and 18 of them from Noah Whittington. Now you might be thinking, well, that doesn't add up. Well, that's because Dylan Gabriel has been sacked a couple times, and they've lost 15 yards on the ground as a result. So the Ducks hoping to get the ground game going a little bit more, but the defense has been pretty stifling. Idaho just 60 yards through the air, 53 on the ground. Ducks with 4 penalties for 30 yards. They're 5 of 7 on third down. Idaho 0 for 6 on third downs so far. It's the Ducks 14 and the Vandals of the University of Idaho 0. Play-by-play for the second half. It's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you, Joey Mack, along with Jorgie and Dusty Hare down to the sideline. It's the first game of the year. And while we want more and expect more, you got to realize these are the games that you learn from, make adjustments, and get better at. And there's no doubt in my mind that they talked at halftime about some things they did wrong, little mistakes they made. And now we'll see if the corrections are made. Jorgie, it's all about getting better off of your miscues.
You got to make adjustments. You know, when you struggle a little bit offensively in that first half in particular, where yards don't equal points, you got to stay with the game plan, be a little more efficient, protect the quarterback, and put points on the board.
Jade Lamar is deep along with Noah Whittington for the second half kickoff, which is underway, and the ball will sail into the back and out of the end zone. And Oregon will come out to their own 25-yard line where it will be first down. Attendance, 57,435. A sellout, official sellout with standing room only. What a great job by the fans for the opening game of the 2024 season.
Warm day.
Impressive. And a very warm day. It's still near 90 in much of the valley. 87, I think.
Stripe out looked pretty good, boys.
The stripe out was impressive. Is impressive, I should say. Here's first down at their own 25-yard line. Gabriel got James to his right. Tez in motion, gets the ball on a sweep going right. Kick. Oh, he just almost got away from that ankle tackle, and he had some yardage if he could have, but he just couldn't get away from Jackton Eck. Middle linebacker. Just got him on the ankle.
Coach's son. Good player.
Second down, basically no gain. Second down and 10. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. This going to be a pass. Gabriel swings it down about the 30-yard line. Going to be a short gain of 5. It'll be third down and 5. On the catch, Trayshawn Holden. So pick up a 5. Third down and 5. And Holden comes out of the ball game kind of hanging that left shoulder a little bit. It is trips left for Dylan Gabriel. And James in the backfield. 3rd and 5, Gabriel. Tez in motion, goes all the way to the right. Gabriel with a snap, penalty flags fly. They'll stop play. Would have been a first down on a pass catch from Johnson, but Oregon moved. It'll be
prior to the snap,
3rd and 10.
Full start. Offense, number 76, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Josh Connerly Jr., a little bit of an early jump on the line.
So Idaho now able to substitute in a defensive back heavy defense, anticipating pass from Oregon. May have been on that last play pass, but they had to honor both the run and the pass. Now you can bring in more speed in that defensive backfield to defend this 3rd down.
Gabriel with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And a snap and back to throw. Pressure comes. They're going to get to him. He'll spin but not get away. That is the 3rd sack of Dylan Gabriel here today. Idaho has been all over Oregon in the passing game.
Nobody open down the field. And again, when you're all of a sudden 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 5, you've got to be protected to be able to throw the ball a little further down the field a little twist up front, and that's where they're confusing Oregon by bringing people from the outside back to the in, and Oregon not picking up everybody, but Afalava making some plays, and they're one of their best defensive linemen last year, and he's shown it again here against Oregon.
Jordan Dwyer deep at his own 30-yard line. Ross James to punt. High snap, but he's got it. And we'll get it away very, very high. And we'll bounce 50-yard line inside of the 40-yard line, and is going to come back the other way and be down at the 41. So Oregon, little misfire on their first possession here of the second half. A 3-and-out thanks to a penalty. That's a 47-yard punt, by the way, by Ross James, no return. In the first half, Oregon 7 yards per play. Idaho 4.5. Third down conversions. Oregon was 5 of 7, 0 for 7 for Idaho. A lot of the numbers favor Oregon, but the score is only 14-0, and Idaho will get the ball back in pretty decent field position at their own 36-yard line. Jack Lane going to go with the pistol formation. Nate Thomas, the back directly behind him, gets the handoff going hard left. Trying to turn the corner, will not get there. Somebody got a hand. Yeah, Birch got the hand up, got him kind of on the shoulder, just kind of turned him in, right?
First thing I thought was horse collar.
Yeah. Didn't grab a hold, though. I think he just hit that shoulder pad.
But Oregon did a really nice job of stringing that play outside, having all of the cutback lanes taken care of by a defender, so there was nowhere to go to be able to keep that to a 1-yard gain.
Tony Harsty and Emerson Quarterman-Maver come out to the right-hand side. Two receivers go left for Lane. That's one of those hampers. He's going to swing it over to the left-hand side, not a bounds quickly. Is Jordan Dwyer. Very short game will bring up third down and long. Third down and about 7. Early second half, 14-0 Oregon. Opening game of the Ducks' Big Ten season against Idaho. And right now it's been a pretty good ball game. I mean, it's still wide open.
Need a takeaway.
Third down and 7 from the shotgun. Laying back to throw. Looking left, swings the screen pass. Didn't work. Staying home is a guy who's been all over the field so far today. Brandon Johnson has an interception. He's made some key tackles and blew that screen pass up.
Yeah, Brandon Johnson, great job of making the play right there. And then Jordan Birch coming along and mopping up. But it's all on Brandon Johnson being right where he's supposed to be able to make that tackle. And Oregon makes a stop there.
L.J. Harm on the lost yardage makes it 4th and 9 back at the 37-yard line. So Harm will punt. And Tez Johnson at his own 25. Looking into the sun. Very high, tight spiral. Tez going back for it. Fair catch called, taken as he drifts out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Bodies flying all over the place. I'll tell you what, Idaho came to play football.
On the field.
Idaho is just flat come to play football, and I'm impressed with their effort. 41 yards on that punt from Harm, no return. And Oregon will get it back after a 3-and-out by Idaho. And we'll take a timeout. 10:42 remaining. 14-0. Oregon with a lead. We come back and we go down to Dusty Hara. If we looked at that first half, we'll ask him, what kind of adjustments would you make at halftime to come out of the second half? Think about that on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Everything you need, from milk, eggs, fresh meat, and produce, and much more. Delivered right to your car. No need to leave the car or stand in line. And the best part, your groceries will be ready for pickup in just a few hours. Shop, drive up, and go at Safeway.com.
From the Oregon coast to the mighty Columbia, and from the Blue Mountains to the Siskiyous, we are with you. Whether your work takes you to the field, the forest, the factory floor, or the home office, no matter what you do, SAFE is with you, helping injured workers get back to work and helping to prevent future injuries by making each workplace safer and healthier. SAFE, workers' comp that really works. Learn more at SAIF.com.
10:42 left here in the first part of the third quarter, barely underway. It's going to Dusty Hare, our Toyota sideline Mike, and with the answers to what adjustments Oregon probably talked about at halftime, Dusty.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at what went wrong in that first half, 4 penalties for 30 yards, and it's a big number for one half of football, but it was also the timing of those penalties, getting you behind the sticks in situations where you get 3rd and long, you turn 2nd and medium into 3rd and longs, and it is the procedural stuff that comes with the first game of the season and not being able to come out flat. I think one thing that Coach Lanning said during that halftime interview that really kind of stuck out to me was, there's a couple of things that missed assignments on the offensive line, leading to a couple of sacks early in the first half, but also some things that Dylan Gabriel could have done better. He didn't go into what it could be, but whether that is getting his protection right, making sure he's identifying where pressure is coming from. These are the things that happen when you go into week 1, game 1, not just with a new quarterback, but a new center. And Jorgie, you could speak to this on how important the center and quarterback connection is between the ears in making all those adjustments pre-snap.
Well, we talked about Jackson Powers Johnson being such a key. Everybody wants to look at the skill guys, but the way that he played last year, came into the year, I don't think anybody thought he was going to end up winning the awards he did, but he just got better and better and better and became the anchor. And right now, the anchor has to be in charge of this offensive line.
Justice Slow comes way out to the left. First time I've seen him in the game. Here's the handoff going left. Cut back. Big hole. Get past 35 and tripped up at the 38-yard line. And that was very nearly about an 80-yard touchdown. And Jordan James, who just made that run, is down, sitting up. And I'm hoping it's just a muscle cramp. He's sitting right at the 40-yard line. And TV looks like they're going to take a timeout. They're looking at Jordan as he'll lay down a little bit now, and we'll take the timeout. 10:26 remaining. A big first down run from Jordan James. Ducks will have it at their own 38-yard line when we come back to Autzen Stadium, leading 14-0 here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Willamette Valley Cancer Institute and Research Center, we help our community fight like a duck by providing individualized cancer treatment close to home. Our teams utilize the latest immunotherapies, advanced radiation technology, robotic surgery, and leading-edge clinical trials at conveniently located centers in Eugene, Corvallis, Florence, Newport, Lincoln City, and now Albany. You're unique, and your cancer treatment should be too. Find out how you can fight like a duck at OregonCancer.com.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Oregon.
Spinning the flag. 40, 30.
Idaho.
Come on. Yes. Touchdown.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium. A little nervousness going on in the stadium here as Jordan James stayed down for a long time. Looked like they were maybe working on the left leg and then maybe massaging a calf. Then when he got up, he just kind of sprinted over to the huddle. So he looks like he's fine. Time will tell. He's walking over to the sideline now and going to stay with the offense. Gets a little water, and he's good to go. That was a great run. He was a half a step away from being gone.
He was. Yep, that play was very well blocked. He found a little bit of a crease when he made the cut up the field, and he was into the secondary just like that. Had one guy really to kind of beat at that point, and good open field tackle there by Idaho. But otherwise, Jordan James has even more yards on top of what he got on that play.
No, Woodington into the backfield now. So good to see him in the game back this year and running really well. Gabriel, wideouts each way. H-back left tight end. That's going to be moving to the right. Sadiq setting up to the right H. And penalty, and Oregon moved on the offensive line. Another penalty. Boy.
Full start. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And you start behind the chains right off the bat, and it just makes it more and more difficult to get into a rhythm. Make a big play and get a full start.
Yapani Lulu is the center. And probably moving around, making some offensive line calls. Here's Sadiq moving to the backfield. But he's going to get the ball handed off going right. Big body gets hit across the 37 to get back to the line of scrimmage. And he'll get almost that 5 yards to the penalty back. It'll be second down, a little more than 10. Sayer Barnes, middle linebacker, called his name a few times today for Idaho on the stop. And when Sadiq gets a little head of steam going, he's not an easy guy to bring down. Second down and 11. Tight formation. Receivers all in close on the right hash, and Gabriel to throw. Quick throw out. Catch made going out of bounds. That is going to be a pickup of about 4. Leaving third and long. That's Justice Lowe, who came in to start the series when Oregon got the ball early in the second half. Sadiq goes out. Ferguson stays in as the tight end. Out beyond him, looked like Woodington. Running back outside 3 to the left, so third down and 7. Gabriel will empty backfield with a snap and the throw. Pump fake, throws, catch made. It's going to be short of a first down by Stewart. He gets spun down at 45. That's 3 yards short of the first down. And I'll tell you what, Gabriel got stuck again when he released that ball.
Yeah, Idaho came with an all-out blitz there, and the blitz adjusts as a quick slant pattern. And if you catch that ball and don't break the tackle, then the blitz situation has created all the havoc in the backfield. And that's exactly what Gabriel had to do, is go to the slant. Stewart tried to get back outside, but again, open field tackle by Idaho's defense. They're playing great football here today on defense, Idaho is.
Cameron Beecham on that stop. Here's the punt coming from Ross James. Jordan Dwyer is deep, and they're going to fake it, give it to the up man, and I don't think they got the first down on the fake punt. Sadiq tried to get the short snap and go right, and Idaho sniffed it out.
Oregon overloaded the right side, had everybody but one guy to the right side from an offensive line standpoint, snapped it to Sadiq, and it looked like Sadiq was going to be able to get outside and get 3 or 4 yards, but Idaho strung it out, came up, and made a nice open field tackle out there. The defender out there looked like Abraham Williams was the key defender to make that tackle, and boy, great field position for Idaho at Oregon's 46, trailing 14-0, 8:19 left here in the third quarter.
Well, 2 possessions for Oregon in the second half and nothing to show for it. Field position is shifted back to Idaho at the Oregon 44 with 2 receivers out to the wide and 2 to the short or boundary side of the field. And Lane back to throw. Looks, throws, wants to go deep. Pretty good coverage. This is going to be tossed out of bounds or near out of bounds. Really overthrown. And Tysheem Johnson, who we didn't mention on the last series, was in the ballgame in coverage that time. Good to see Tysheem Johnson, 5'10", 195-pound junior, 70 tackles last year, a sack, and 2 interceptions. Key part of this Oregon defense.
Well, Jack Lane right now 7 of 17 for 60 yards. Oregon, great coverage downfield. They've been playing tremendous defense here so far today. Oregon's offense has just been sputtering.
A lot of yards, but not a lot of points to show for it. For Oregon, second down and 10 at the 46 of Oregon. Lane hand this one off, and pile behind the line of scrimmage, led by Derek Harmon. And then about 3 other Ducks in to make the stop. And Idaho with an offensive lineman very slow, but getting up. He's going to be all right. That was Charlie Vleem, who looked like he might stay down. So the lost yardage of 2 makes it third down and 12. And Dusty, Oregon's defense has lit it up in the second half. They've come alive.
They have been outstanding so far in this second half. And really, they've been pretty dang good all game long. A couple of explosive plays, but they have been very disciplined to the screen game of this Vandal team.
Here's third and 12. Lane back to throw. With some time, swings it down to the right. Got a man, but it is out of bounds. I think he was blocked out of bounds after he made the catch, so could not make the catch inbounds. Incomplete. Great coverage for the Ducks. Nico Reed was all over that play, and the ball, had he not been there, and it hung a little bit, I think he gets a foot down in bounds.
I do too. Jordan Dwyer catches that ball in bounds, but he gets shoved out of bounds before his feet hit the ground. That ball just hung in the air too long for Jack Lane to get it out there and make that first down. Otherwise, they had people in position, and I think that would have been a catch.
So fourth down and 12. And another punt coming up for L.J. Harm with 7:27. 7:27 remaining, but they snap it and the punt away. Fair catch called for, and probably Tez Johnson probably thinking, ooh, I wish I'd have had that one back. I think I could have gone somewhere on that one, but it calls for the fair catch at the 15-yard line. And Oregon hasn't gotten much past their 40-yard line. I mean, they have not really been in Idaho territory here in the second half yet. 34 yards on that punt. Oregon will have it first down at their own 15. Offense trying to get something generated here in half number 2, but still leading 14-0. 7:27 left, third quarter in the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. Back to the land of my first love. Would you spread while you're out? Would you spread?
Welcome back to Autzen. 7:27 remaining third quarter. A lot of football they've played. Oregon leading 14-0. Back to school can be chaotic, and Coles knows that finding what they need for a great year should be the one thing that's easy for you to do. That's why you can find A-plus school essentials for all your great prices. Back to school stirs up the unexpected. It's time to head back to Coles. Well, a lot of games going on today. How's UCLA doing today?
Let's see here. Let me get to the Big Ten. I can tell you, I picked Miami of Ohio. I think Joey did too. And Northwestern.
Sure did, Georgie. Thanks.
Safeway scoreboard update. I'll give you that one. I'll give you a few others here just in a second, Joey.
Here's Gabriel on first down at his own 15. Sends Tez in motion way out to the left. Going to run to his left on the sprint. Still looking. Will throw the short pass incomplete. Almost threw it into the ground at the feet of Whittington. It was just nothing there. It'll be second down and 10.
Well, I'll tell you what. Idaho's defensive line giving Dylan Gabriel an earful all the way back to the line of scrimmage after that play.
Gabriel will send two receivers to the top side of the right on the snap, hand it off, and not much there. Back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be third and long, but a flag down?
When you're playing that well on defense.
No flag. I thought I saw a flag.
I guess you can be jabbering. That's exactly what Idaho's doing. Took a look at the stats in this third quarter. Oregon has 26 yards of offense in the third quarter. Idaho -1.
Stewart and Tez come out to the left. Stewart and Johnson. Three receivers out to the right now. One of those back. Flag flies and incomplete. They're going to get a flag and a procedure call against Oregon. They stopped the play as it was starting. Well, Idaho might have caused that. Might have jumped in the neutral
Offside.
zone. Oh, they did.
Defense number 52 in the neutral zone with contact. 5-yard penalty. They're down.
And that's why I was surprised they stopped the play, because you could tell Dylan Gabriel knew he had a free play.
Yeah.
Was there? Okay.
Contact was made. Dusty says there was contact made. It's only the second penalty on Idaho today. Third down and 5. Gabriel. Three receivers all come to the left. One short to the right. That's a tight end. Gabriel back to throw. Looks left. Throws left. It's caught. Tez. First down at the 28-yard line. Yeah, and I think Gabriel was going to go there all the way. He just turned left and threw the ball.
You could tell that Afalava, number 52, is trying to time up the snap count. And that's why he jumped off last time. He was a little more cautious on that play.
Quick snap this time for Gabriel with time. Throws. Catch made. Going to be Herbert to the side for about 4.5. Maybe 4 yards across the 30-yard line. Be second down and long. And Gabriel had bodies in his face again.
Well, Idaho doing such a great job of eliminating big explosive plays for this Oregon offense. There really haven't been any type of downfield throws, let alone plays that have gotten beyond about 20 yards.
As Gabriel hadn't had time, the receivers haven't had time to go deep. That's Idaho. Second down at 6, almost 7. Snap, turn, hand it off. Going left, trying to get a cutback. Not much there. Be a short gain. Turned down hard after he crosses the 31 to the 32-yard line. Is Woodington, stopped by Sear Barnes and Jack the Neck. A couple of linebackers team up. Third down. And Trayshawn, who went out earlier, hanging a shoulder a little bit, is back in, so he's fine. Kyler Casper sprints out of the ball game. 2 receivers go each way for Dylan Gabriel.
Got to make a play here someplace.
Ferguson motions to the right, sets up, so trips right. Gabriel on 3rd and almost 5. Empty backfield now. Snap to throw. Quick throw, catch made. Very close to a first down. Depends on where they mark the ball. Stewart says, I've got it. Yeah, I think he does. He'll be close enough to take a look at it. Very quick throw.
Timeout on the field for a measurement.
Yeah, they're going to measure this. Just eyeballing it. It's going to be close. If this were picks, I'd say he doesn't have it. Would you guys go that he's got it?
Yeah, I would say.
I'm sorry.
I would say, I mean, I think he's just a little bit short. He's got to get to the just about the 37-yard line. And we're not straight down the line with this ball, so my guess is it's short of the 37-yard line. And then what maybe ensues after that is a relook to see if they spotted it right.
Yeah. 4:40 remaining, third quarter, 14-0.
And I hope I'm wrong.
Set the chains. Yeah, boy, based on all that chain that is still remaining, I think that's going to be short. Oh, how close can you make it? What, 2 inches? 4 inches? Holy cow. So is this a decision to make right here? Dusty Harry, you're a coach. What are you going to do here?
You are built on your offensive line. We know they went for it at about this spot on the field last time, maybe a little bit further down. We've seen the I formation, put the fullback back in. 44 has come back into the game. I think we see the I formation and a little bit of ISO football.
Don't you got to take a look at this again?
Kind of a bang-bang play, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take a look at where when he caught that ball and possessed it, and then they shove him back, you know, and again, I don't know if they have the camera angle to take a look at it or what it is, but when something's that close, I would think you take an extra look at it.
So Zach Grace comes into the ball game. He probably will play the role of fullback if Gabriel goes under center. They've got 4th down and the length of the football.
Well, if I'm Idaho, I take every chance at the line of scrimmage that you're going to run the ball.
36-yard line, just across it, almost to the 37. And kind of an offset I in the back. Full house, not full house, offset I. Gabriel under center. Gabriel turns, hands it off, and it will be... I
don't think he got
I don't think he got there. Jordan James went to the left, and Idaho's just playing lights out defensively here in the second half. Give the Vandals credit. They have stepped up here in this second half. Jordan James, I don't think he even got back to the line of scrimmage.
No.
Heck of a defensive play by Idaho. And blown up by Tommy McCormick. McCormick has been in on a lot of big plays here today defensively for Idaho.
A little bit of a hole on the inside if Jordan James cuts that way, but he didn't.
First down at the Oregon 36 for Jack Lane. Turn, little reverse flea flicker, downfield, wide open. Catch made. This could be a score. Touchdown, Idaho. The flea flicker Oregon completely not ready for the flea flicker. Cox went down the right side. I don't know where he leaked out of the backfield or was the wide receiver, but he was completely uncovered. He got lost.
Nobody found him. He just got completely lost on the play. A little trickeration after a fourth down stop by Idaho. Huge fourth down stop. Just outside the Oregon 30-yard line. And next play, touchdown Idaho.
Cox, the tight end, lined up on the right-hand side, and he just leaked out.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. The play is under further review.
I'm not quite sure what you're reviewing. Dusty Hara, Toyota sideline. Mike, what are you seeing something down there that we did not see up here?
The only thing that I can think of is maybe he stepped out of bounds at some point, tiptoeing down the sideline, but it didn't look like there was at any point he was close to being out of bounds.
He didn't come anywhere near close to going out of bounds. So here's the forward pass. Yeah, it's a double forward pass. Boy, nice catch. Brian Milano just popped into my ear, spotting for me now this year. Said he thought he saw maybe an illegal or a double forward pass, and that's exactly what it is, Ryan. That's a good catch.
That first little pitch that should go backwards looks like it might have gone lateral or potentially forward. And if it goes forward, illegal forward pass, that play comes back.
And that's exactly what happened. Now, whether they see it that way on the replay or not.
Yep, that's a forward pass.
Yeah, it's a forward. So it's a double forward pass, which you cannot do. You can lateral the ball through the air backwards as many times as you want.
Yep, or sideways as long as it doesn't go forward.
Yeah.
But that ball's going forward. Player's coming back, but when he lets it go, number 15, who pitches it back to the quarterback, Hamper, is number 15, catches that ball in front of the running back, and that's Cummings.
So they ruled that as where he let go of it or where it was received. Here's the call.
After review, the first pass was ruled backwards. That ruling stands. The result of the play is a touchdown.
I disagree. I mean, again, you shouldn't be that wide open running down the sideline, but I think you've got every much of an argument that that's a forward pass because of when that ball comes out of the running back's hands, the receiver is in front of him.
Yeah, he's a full yard in front of him.
Yeah, but touchdown Idaho.
So extra point to make it a 14-7 ball game. Placement of the kick up, and it is good. And look where we are with 4:15 remaining here in the third quarter at Autzen Stadium. The Idaho Vandals have made a game out of this. Oregon 14 in the first half, nothing in the second half. Idaho with a touchdown here in the second half, and now it's a 14-7 ball game. Timeout from Autzen. Game number 1 of the 2024 Big Ten Duck season here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Before laughs in the parking lot became beers in the stadium with new friends, someone had to bring the six-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha. Copyright 2023 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. Enjoy responsibly.
There's still time to squeeze more out of summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now, if I can just squeeze more clothes into this suitcase for my road trip, got it!
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. That ends September 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now.
Get by you. 4:15 remaining here in the third quarter. A lot of football to go. 14-7. Dusty Hara on our Toyota sideline. Mike, Dusty, watching the review, it was close enough that they couldn't overturn it. I get it. When he released the ball, he released it forward. it's just difficult not to call that a forward pass, but maybe it's where it was received, huh?
I think the key in that announcement from the official was the call stands, not the call was confirmed, because the ruling on the field was that it was a legal lateral, and it kind of just stands. When they say confirmed, they mean there was clear evidence.
Yeah,
it was murky when they say it stands, and so it was hard for them. And if you have the benefit of the doubt, it goes to the original call on the field, and that's kind of where they went. It was really close. It looked like he pushed the ball forward, but his momentum, it was just basically like he just kind of tossed it up in the air to nowhere, and it was really close to being a forward pass. But as Georgie said, that doesn't excuse the open runner going straight down the sideline.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Toyota sideline, Mike. Toyota, major part of everything we do here in Duck football.
Toyota drive summary for Idaho. One play, 36 yards after the Idaho defense stuffs Oregon on 4th and inches to gain possession at the Oregon 36-yard line. One play, 36 yards in 7 seconds. Cox the 36-yard touchdown pass from Lane, and the extra point by Idaho. Oregon 14, Idaho 7, 4:15 left here in the third quarter.
Here's the approach to the ball, going to go into the end zone and will not come out. So to the 25-yard line. What an odd difference to the start of this season compared to the end of last season. So few sacks last year, already 2 and close to 3. And then takeaways and turnovers. Oregon got an interception, but they've turned the ball over on downs twice. That to me is like a turnover. And then fumbled the ball away.
Yeah, I mean, and not converting fourth downs. You know, when you're not efficient in those fourth down type of situations, you're giving extra possessions to the other team, and Oregon's had that happen a couple of times today. So, yeah, the things that made them so good last year have hurt them here today so far against Idaho.
Empty backfield, trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Now Ferguson goes all the way to the right to the short side of the field. And a pump fake there, going to go deep downfield, and Ferguson with a grab and gets hit hard, but he just bounces off of people, or they bounce off of him. That's a big 13-yard gain, almost 14 yards, and somebody's slow getting up.
Timeout on the field for an injury.
Well, it was quite a collision.
I'll tell you what, nothing has been easy against this Idaho defense today. Even that play right there where you think you got a chance to fool them, that's what you're trying to do to get Terrence Ferguson up into the hole wide open, and instead Gabriel has to fire that ball into the hole, and as soon as he catches it, he's getting hit by a safety from Idaho. So nothing's come easy today against the Vandals.
2 big, strong bodies against each other. Something's got to give. Ferguson gets help up and will walk to the sideline. Kind of a jog to the sideline now, so he looks to be okay. And he'll get a bottle of water, and trainer's not looking at him or seem to be worried about him too much. So just a little bit of a stinger, or maybe a, ouch, what was that? I'm okay. First down at the 39-yard line on the catch from Gabriel. 2 receivers out to the left. Whittington in the backfield and that pistol behind, and he'll get the handoff going left. Gets through quickly and then goes down in a pile after a quick 2, almost 3-yard gain across the 40, near the 42.
Isaiah King, the outside linebacker, lined up outside on that play. On the snap of the ball, just comes flying up as though he knows it's run before the run's even been run. Makes a nice play.
14-7, Oregon with a lead with the ball. First down at the 41 of Oregon. Pistol again, Whittington the running back. Gabriel back to throw. Swings it quickly to the right side, and Holden will go down across the 50. Got a 12-yard pickup. Make it 13 on a first down catch. Trayshawn Holden, 37 catches last year, 452 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's going to be a key. In fact, Gabriel's got so many keys to throw to this year. If he can get the time, Oregon's got bodies as receivers. Here's first down at the 48. Gabriel, play action to throw. The lefty steps back, steps up, swings it out. It's Whittington. A little swing pass to him. Gets first man to miss and gets to the 42. Pickup of 7 yards. Andrew Marshall made the stop, but he made somebody whip on the first little move. And that little pass to the running back coming out of the backfield has been pretty effective here so far this evening. Second down and 4 after the 6-yard pickup to the 42 of Idaho, left hash, and hand it off. Going right, Whittington, try to cut back. Nothing there to cut back to. tried to cut it back, and Isaiah King was in the cutback lane, and King did not let him get anywhere. And
timeout on the field for an injured player.
Injured player is an Idaho Vandal, and in frustration, he pounds the field. Jackson Eck looks like maybe just some cramps, leg cramps. It's I tell you what, it's still summertime. Temperature above 90 when we started today, and that turf down on the field. Dusty Hare with our Toyota sideline mic. It's a lot warmer coming off that turf than the air temperature of 92 or 93 degrees when this game starts.
It really is. It was hot early, and that is playing a factor later. The sun is now behind the scoreboard. We got shade on most of the field. It's cooled down a good 20 degrees down here on the field, but the toll it takes on you during warm-ups and during the first half, you're going to start seeing a lot more cramping. We've seen with Jordan James on the last offensive drive for Oregon, and you see right there with Jackson Eck.
Eck gets up and sprints off by himself. He's okay, just muscle cramps. Gabriel 3 for 3, 31 yards on this drive. Oregon's got a little something going with 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, leading 14-7, but it is third down and 5.
6 of 11 so far in the game on third down.
Gabriel with Whittington to his right. And the snap, going to throw. Steps, throws quickly. Catch made by Tez. Spins away from a couple of guys. Gets the first down to the 35-yard line. If he doesn't get away from Andrew Marshall, I don't know if he gets the first down. It would have been close. But he spun, got away from him, and then got away from the second guy. So quick. Fast. Tez Johnson, great hands too. First down at the 35. Gabriel Whittington to his left. Pitches him the ball going left. Cuts it up. There's a hole. 20 inside the 30. I said 20. I meant 30 inside the 30. Just an ankle tackle away from going all the way.
And actually kind of tripped himself a little bit there.
And he knows it too. He gets up in frustration because he had it.
Now they were able to get outside, break the containment, and up the field he goes, and just began to stumble, and he's done that a couple of times today. So is Jordan James.
Great kick out by Josh Connerly Jr. He took his linebacker out of the play. Second down at 2. Gabriel, turn, hand it off. James up the middle. He's almost free on the 21st down. Another one of those ankle tackles. Otherwise, it's a long gain. How many of those have we seen in this game today? Just a step away from breaking it, but a first down anyway for Jordan James.
Yeah, McCormick makes the tackle again.
Placed the ball right on the 20-yard line, so first down, but 24 seconds left in the half, or in the third quarter. Gabriel James to his right, and give it to him again. Going to cut up, and it's fighting, trying to get forward for a couple of hard yards, maybe one. It's going to be second down and 9, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter as the final 7 seconds count down. And this fourth quarter, well, I tell you what, this drive right here is an extremely important drive for Oregon. They've got to finish. They've got to finish. They lead by a 14-7 score. That's not enough. So, since we got the third, fourth quarter break, you want to jump and shout and clap your hands. Join the fans. 57,000 up here. I don't know what's funnier than that. Watching Joey Harrington singing to a drumstick. Neil Everett trying to look like he's 18 years old again. Ahmad Rashad just being cool. What a great video. One of the all-time greats to have been a part of this in Oregon. For all you fans who have been here through the years, Georgie,
A lot of fun.
oh, there's just nothing better.
It's just, I mean,
Watching the fans.
they want to come watch a good game, but I think everybody comes for the beginning of the fourth quarter is what they come
Oh,
for.
yeah.
I think season tickets are up because of Shout.
Could be. Let's give you some numbers. Kid Young Barner. I'm looking at the video and it's distracting. It's hard not to have fun with it. Marcus Mariota. Oh, wow. First downs in the ball game. Oregon 25, Idaho 7, 83 rushing yards for Oregon. And that's a little surprising. Idaho has 52. Ducks have thrown for 311. Idaho only 96, so it's almost 400 yards of offense for Oregon to 148 for Idaho. Third quarter's been a big difference, but still inability to really effectively run that ball on a consistent basis, Georgie.
Yeah, it has been. And when you really need to in those times where you think your offensive line is better than the defensive line they're going up against, and you look at fourth downs, Oregon 0 for 2, and both of those were fourth and short where they got stuffed. So need to finish this drive here.
Whittington to the left side of Gabriel. Two receivers each way. One of them a tight end. Back to throw. Gabriel stops, looks to the middle, dumps it short. Going to be caught by Ferguson. He'll dive across the 10 and get a first down. Holding on for dear life around his ankles, I think, was, again, the safety, Tommy McCormick.
Player.
And Idaho with another man down about the 13-yard line. And I got to wonder if the heat just isn't taking its toll. And he got hit pretty hard. Maybe McCormick is the reason, or Ferguson the reason that he's coming up a little bumped and bruised. Still down on his back. Well, it's funny to be talking about this, and they are. He's up and, by the way, running off the field. Coors Light. This is a day you wish you had a little Coors Light in the booth. You can choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. That's Coors Light.
It's amazing seeing the sideline of Idaho having to switch helmets because the guy coming out that's hurt had the green dot.
Oh, interesting.
Now you got to put somebody else with a green dot on.
Chains are out, first and goal from the 10, just inside the 10. Whittington with Gabriel. Gabriel pitching to Whittington, going right. Trying to cut it back a little there. He'll get 4 to the 6-yard line. And the replacement for Tommy McCormick, who is Dwayne McDougal, gets the tackle.
McCormick back in.
So second down, I'll give him a 5-yard gain. It's second and goal from the ball just touching the 5-yard line on the right hash. And again, Whittington to the right side of Gabriel. Tez goes in motion out to the left. Joins Stewart. Now Gabriel ready. Snap, back to throw. Looks left. Swings it left. It's caught, but diving down as he catches the ball is Tez at the 3, maybe 4-yard line. They give it to him at the 3.
I think that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. You got Tez Johnson wide open for a touchdown if he's able to get it out in front of him. But I think that ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. It was, and Tez had to bounce back outside to catch that ball. Otherwise, he walks into the end zone.
Yeah, Jakari Larmond is the one who got a big pot at 6'3", 255. He reached up, just deflected the ball enough. Tez did a great job to come back mid-catch. Third down, everybody in tight. Here's that fullback formation. And timeout, Idaho. They didn't like that formation. They weren't ready for it.
Idaho.
Fourth quarter, 14-7. Oregon needing to complete this drive right here. You do not want to leave with just a field goal. You've got to make a statement here. And I think in the second half, they've been a little more effective in some areas of that offense. So we'll see if they can punch it in after the timeout. It'll be third down and goal from the 3-yard line. 14-7, Oregon with the lead here in the fourth quarter. Autzen Stadium, the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Fourteen to 7. We're just talking about explosive plays. 12 plays on this drive. No play longer than 14 yards. Dusty down on the sideline, or Toyota Mike. You popped the question, how many explosive plays? Idaho has one. Oregon actually has three, but only two. I beg your pardon, two, but nothing more than 24 yards.
Right. Yeah, and that kind of seems to be the biggest difference today.
It
is what we saw last year. How many times do we see Bo Nix rear back and launch one downfield and have a guy get loose? Today, that time just hasn't been there.
And big runs,
give
too,
Idaho
Dusty.
a ton of, exactly. And boy, how many times has Jordan James just gotten tripped up by the heel in those? But it's true. I mean, both of them, the explosive plays have been limited by Idaho in a big way.
And explosive plays, by the way, 20 yards or more is what that is. So.
Rayshon Holden goes out to the left alone. Gabriel back to throw the ball. Looking left. Gets pressure. Runs away from it. Going to try to get the end zone. He is getting there. He's there, but we got a flag.
I don't know. They're marking it down, I think, just short. But there's a flag.
What, did his knee go down? Okay, it might be fourth down, but with a flag, this could come back. Got to wait and see. Yep, holding.
Well, I think his rear end went down, not necessarily knee, but I think he hit his rear end just short of the goal line. Doesn't matter, obviously, with the holding penalty.
Holding, offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty, third down.
I thought when he went down, though, he's flung that right arm back with the ball. That's why I thought it might be a cross. I didn't get a chance
Depends
to see
on the
replay.
timing of it, right? I mean,
yeah.
When does the rear hit versus the ball? But Lalaulu gets called for a holding penalty there. And knee down too.
Just knee down too. Would have been just half yard short. Instead, they bring it back to the 13-yard line.
Wasn't an obvious hold, I can tell you
where
that.
it is third and goal from the 13. Jordan James to the right. Tez goes in motion all the way to the right. Back to throw Gabriel. All out blitz. Throw, catch made, but Ferguson's not going to get away. They go out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. Mark it at the 8.
They came after Dylan Gabriel again and speed the play up on the decision he has to make to throw the ball. He doesn't get to sit in the pocket and wait for people to get open. He's got people coming at him and an unblocked player for Idaho. Got to get rid of it, and that's why he had to throw it out there to T-Ferg on the sideline. And when people sometimes look at that and they'll go, God, why didn't he look for somebody else? You got to get rid of the ball. Got to get rid of the ball before you get sacked.
Kyron Beecher is down with a muscle cramp. Now gets up. Dusty Hara, Toyota sideline. Mike, what do you got, Dusty?
And Jorgie, to that point of what you're saying on why didn't he get to the side that he wanted to get to, you had Tez Johnson wheeling around on the outside. Evan Stewart running a slant route. There's miscommunication by the two corners on the near side of the field, and they missed that exchange. Evan Stewart would have been open had Dylan Gabriel had the time. It took a little bit longer to develop. He had to check down and get the ball out immediately to Terrence Ferguson, and as we just saw, fell short.
So Sappington will come in for a field goal try. From the left hash, 16-yard line, a 26-yard field goal try. 26 yards for Sappington. Right-footed kicker. Wait for Basso's snap. Good. Placement good. And the kick is on the way. And it's right down the middle. So the Ducks had 3, 17-7. But still a lot of football remaining. 12:43 remaining as the sun gets a little lower in the western horizon. Bright sunshine into the crowd on the northern bank of seats here at Autzen Stadium. And on the east side, just a beautiful sight. The green and yellow striping at Autzen today. Well done, fans. 17-7 Oregon. Kickoff from the Ducks to the Vandals. We come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Introducing Lem and Lime for Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Hey. Hello.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
One of you must be a little more important than the other.
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
That doesn't sound right. I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Ducks.
He has got it! Touchdown, Oregon!
Vandals.
Tremendous throw and a better catch.
From the Country Financial broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Well, having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist, and you'll get that every time. That's why Les Schwab Tires offers free pre-trip safety checks of your brakes, battery alignment, suspension, and steering. Take advantage of that. Stop by anytime or schedule an appointment online at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing for a long time. How about 1952? Jorge, what do you got?
Well, Toyota Drive summary for Oregon gets you 3 points to make it 17-7. 14 plays, 67 yards and 632. Sappington a 26-yard field goal. Gabriel was 7 for 7 for 55 yards on that drive. So 12:43 left in the game. Oregon 17, Idaho 7. And here in a minute, I'm going to touch on 4 or 5 stats. And if I gave you the stats, most of the time somebody's going to say, oh, it's a 35-7 game. I'll give you a few of them here in just a minute.
Sappington kickoff coming up. Andrew Williams, or Abraham Williams, and Jordan Dwyer are deep, but this one's going to go clear out of the back of the end zone, beyond the end line.
So, Jerry, let me give you a few of those stats. Total yards, Oregon 415, Idaho 148. Oregon's run 71 plays to Idaho's 32. Idaho is 0 for 8 on third down and 0 for 1 on fourth down. Oregon 7 of 13 on third down. Just giving you that, Oregon's had the ball for 32 minutes to 14 for Idaho. And yet we're at 17-7. Oregon leads by 10, 12:43 left in the game.
Stats obviously do not equal wins, huh? Oregon tried to turn that around with the lead here, and Idaho back on offense. Here's Lane with the throw. Way left, going way down. He's got him down. That's going to be a catch. And might have been a little bit of an offensive push, I thought. There's 2 players fighting for the ball, but that's a catch. Officials got to get inside there and break that up. Catch made by Mark Hamper. That was a heck of a throw. Hamper really had to come back and wait for that football. And I think Johnson, if he knows that it's there, turns around a little bit quicker.
But he can't look back. He's one-on-one in chase mode, and when he looks back, that's when the ball got there.
Here is first down to throw. Pressure hit. Ball pops loose. That may be a fumble. Ducks pick it up. No, it's still on the floor. They pick it up and roll over at Oregon 11.
Oh, I think that's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, they'll review it.
On the field,
they'll review it. Oregon has the fumble recovery at the 37 of Idaho, but I really thought his arm was going forward. Here's a look at it, Jorge.
Ryan, you think he hits that ball before it comes out of his hand?
No.
No.
Almost like the ball slipped out of his hand as he tried to pass it.
It's almost like when he threw it, he hit a defender. Yeah, and he did. So Birch tips it.
The ruling on the field of the fumble recovered by a defense is under further review.
Yeah,
so it was a pass.
That's not a fumble.
Yeah, Birch doesn't tip it if it's not a pass.
Yeah, he just blocked the pass. He got in the lane of the ball, and when the ball came off of the quarterback's hand and went forward, Birch just batted it down, and the ball went backwards, and that's all it is.
Well, Safeway is the official grocery partner of your Oregon Ducks. Stop by Safeway to play the Score Big Sweepstakes and enter for a chance to win great prizes, duck gear, or maybe even some season tickets. And Duck fans, Duck football brought to you by Pizza Hut. Check out pizzahut.com for great deals. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Well, this half, that's about the first or second time they've put any pressure on Lane. At the beginning of the game, they put a lot of pressure on him, got to him, knocked him around a little bit, got him on his heels this second half. Even though Idaho's not run that many offensive plays, they've not been able to get to him until that time right there where they got up in his face, some pressure. You could see he feels it as he throws the ball. He begins to kind of step backwards, and that ball's going to go high if he gets it out, but Jordan Birch bats it down. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it. They looked at it once, and our referee is stepping back to make the call. Now he's going to find out where the ball is. Yeah, probably that. By the way, referees have done a reasonable job today. No complaints. Jim Wary is the white hat. Umpire William Stanky. And Mr. Wary has got the call.
It's an incomplete pass. Second down from the 43-yard line.
Yeah. And the fans will boo, but that's the right call. That's the right call. Lane, kind of a tough day for him passing. He's 9 of 21 for 128 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Gabriel on the other side is 36 of 41 for 337 yards and a touchdown. It will be second down now, back at the Oregon 43-yard line, or forward in Oregon territory at the 43, left hash mark, Idaho. And Lane from that shotgun snap back to throw. Pressure dumped over the middle for a little screen.
Perfect screen.
And it's a beauty. The 25, outside of the 20, the 10, and out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Perfect call.
Dante Manning saves what would have been a touchdown.
Oregon goes flying in on Lane, and he just bloops it right over the top of him to the running back Lane, and he's got blockers, a lot of blockers out in front. Oregon's lucky he didn't score on that play.
33 yards on the pass play from Lane, and it is a huge first down and goal at the 9-yard line. Eli Cummings showed a little burst of speed right there. He made that catch, and he was off. And now in at quarterback, Jack Wagner. Wagner with a snap. He's going to keep it and go right. Cuts it up behind a little pile inside of the 5, all the way to the 2-yard line, close to the 1-yard line. And Jabbar Muhammad on the stop. It is the 1-yard line.
And in a way, I don't care if you know he's going to run the ball. You've got to be better at the defensive line of scrimmage in Idaho. To their right side, just push Oregon around on that play.
See if Thomas stays in or they do the same thing again. Yeah, Thomas, yep, he stays in. Or Wagner go behind him, and they're going to go left this time. And, whoa, Oregon's there and cuts it down this time. Jack Wagner tried to do the same thing again, only going left. Same play designed to go left instead of right, but that time Oregon didn't bite.
Had no cutback lane either. Oregon strung it out, and he didn't have a chance to cut it up the field. In fact, he had to give some ground there, and that's how Oregon makes the play.
So, Cummings, the tailback, and Lane back in at quarterback. From the pistol, 2 receivers to the right on 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. And they're going to wildcat it. Nope, they kept it. Going right, going to score. Walked it in. Jack Lane. I thought it was a snap to the tailback. It went right to Lane. Oh, I didn't see the handoff to the quarterback. All right, it was out of the wildcat, but Oregon not able to defend it. 17-13. And Idaho made that drive look easy.
Boy, didn't they? Started off with a big pass play. Great call on the screen to get it down to 1st and goal. And now it looks like Idaho obviously is going to kick the extra point to get within 3. A lot of time left in this game, 9:45.
Extra point try coming up. It's an important one. Cameron Pope boots it, and I get a whistle. And I'm not sure what the whistle is for. The White Hats coming to the sideline. The extra point kick would have been good, but they blew the whistle as the kick was going.
The touchdown is clear. We will now play the try.
They were reviewing the touchdown, and that's why they disallowed the extra point kick. Okay, I'm not sure. I thought it was a clear touchdown. Yeah. So first down or an extra point try coming up again. Pope, high step, and they get it down, and he boots it up, and it's right through the middle. So we're getting a 3-point ball game.
Time out on the field.
Holy cow! 9:45 remaining in this football game. Oregon couldn't get a 7 last time. They got 3. But Idaho comes back and punches in 7 to make it a 3-point game. It's a 17-14 Oregon lead. Duck football sponsored by OCCU. Duck fans get more of the things they care about with remarkable checking. And, of course, the Duck debit card. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit. Well, a lot of football. We'll come back and watch more of it. Oregon will get it back, and they got to mount some offense. Do not give that ball back to Idaho. Right now, they believe. 17-14 Oregon, and the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
There's still time to squeeze more out of summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now, if I can just squeeze more clothes into this suitcase for my road trip, got it!
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends September 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
No matter what you do or where you do it in Oregon, SAFE is with you, helping injured workers return to work and preventing future injuries. SAFE, workers' comp that really works. Learn more at SAIF.com.
Count on Oregon Mutual Insurance, a proud sponsor of the Oregon Ducks home team for your business, vineyard, farm, or ranch insurance needs. If you are a small or large business owner, winery, farmer, or rancher looking to make an insurance carrier change, Oregon Mutual and Oregon Mutual's network of independent agents will work with you to devise a policy that fits your business or farm operations. Visit ormutual.com to learn more.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby.
Back to Hudson Stadium Duck football brought to you by Ticketmaster. Duck fans, what's the best part of being at a Duck game? Live. That's what's best, seeing it. Seeing an entire stadium completely decked out in green and yellow. So let your true colors show. Score tickets today at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Oregon Ducks. I know we're talking sellout, but you keep checking with Ticketmaster. Sometimes they come available.
Yep, sometimes they do. Well, Idaho, impressive drive. Try to drive summary there for the Vandals. They go 6 plays, 75 yards in 2:58. That's after Oregon kicked a field goal to take a 17-7 lead. Lane with 4-yard touchdown run on what looked like a trick play, wanted to maybe throw it, was able to walk it into the end zone. And the extra point by Idaho is good. 2 explosion plays of 32 and 33 yards on that drive. Screen pass was a perfect call. 9:45 left here in the game. Oregon 17, Idaho 14.
And I just wonder if that Wildcat confused Oregon a little bit, because the tailback took the handoff, then handed it to the quarterback. I mean, it was just reverse. And it's like this kind of got lost in there, that touchdown. This kickoff's going to go fair catch in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon with less than 100 yards rushing, 88 yards rushing in this game. And Dusty Hara, it starts up front. You got to be able to run the ball. And if you can't run the ball, then it's tough to protect. And that's what's happening so far tonight.
Absolutely. And, we've seen the key to throwing the ball has been setting up that run and softening up the defense. Idaho has been doing a really good job of creating their own pressure up front, and the safeties keeping everything in front of them. And the corners on the outside, Abraham Williams has done a fantastic job on the outside.
They're going straight up against this Oregon offense and having no problem with
James empties the backfield, so a quick throw. Stewart with the grab. He'll go to the 32-yard line, a 7-yard pickup. Very quick passes now for Oregon.
But that's the way I look at it right now. Idaho's defense isn't intimidated by Oregon's offense, isn't scared of them, and frankly, physically is matching up with them pretty well. And so right now they can do a lot of different things defensively and take chances because they've got confidence in all their players to make plays.
Stewart and Tez coming to the right side. Holden. And it's like Herbert way out to the left. Here's the handoff. Big hole up the middle this time. First down run across the 42. One of the biggest runs of the day for Jordan James. Gets the first down run all the way out to the 43-yard line. And he did that in a hurry. 8:55 remaining. Gabriel ready. James to his right. Snap. Give it to him again up the middle. Finds a little bit of a crease, but this time it closes more quickly, and he'll only get about 3, maybe close to 4 yards. To stop kind of the middle, Zach Kreutzer, defensive tackle at Idaho. They brought over a lot of defensive linemen. They knew they were going to have to rotate guys. And so far, it seems to have worked for them. They have not let Oregon get away from them. Gabriel, James behind him in that pistol look. 2 wideouts, stays in motion. Give it to James going left. Lowers his head. Going to have to pound for a couple, 3 yards. Still with a pile moving him. He may get a first down out of it. Give James credit for keeping the legs going, but give his offensive linemen and receivers credit for helping to push the pile.
See, that's what I want to see more of. That's a mentality that everybody kind of catches on to if you make plays like that.
2 wideouts outside to the left. Stewart, I believe, to the right. James going to go to the left side of Dylan Gabriel, and first down at the 46 of Idaho. Back to throw Gabriel with time in a 4-man rush. Throws it. It's caught. Getting away at the 40. Trying to get outside. Tez will go James to the 35-yard line. You tell when he started running, those were not Tez's legs. That's the running back, Jordan James.
Well, you make a tackler miss, all of a sudden a small play becomes a big one, and that's what Jordan James does there. Initial tackler that's guarding him misses, and Jordan James is able to take it outside towards the Oregon sideline all the way to the Idaho 35.
19 yards on the play, and Oregon's got the protective screens out for signaling from the sideline. Interesting. First time I've seen that in a while. Here's Gabriel from the 35 on first down to throw again. Swings it out wide open. Ferguson trying to get inside to the 20 and goes down with a nice tackle at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Idaho tackles well in the open field. And Tommy McCormick, you said it, Jerry. He's made a ton of plays. When he makes contact, guys go down.
First down at the 20-yard line. James will line up behind. Now that's Whittington this time behind Gabriel. Whittington gets the handoff going right. Tries to cut back. Will go outside for 3 hard yards. And it will be second down and 7. Down to 6:20 remaining in this football game. Second down and 7 at the 17-yard line of Idaho. Right hash. 2 receivers out to the left. That's Tez. Stewart, Sadiq also out there. So 3 receivers go out to the left-hand side. And now in motion all the way to the right comes Sadiq. Second down and 7. And fake pitch to the right, stepping up. Gabriel's going to throw, and it's too high. He thought about taking off and running, and I think when he stopped to throw, the ball just sailed on. I thought he was going to run.
I think he had the opportunity to run for some positive yards. Tough to tell how far, but you're going to end up with 4 or 5, maybe 6 yards as you step up into the pocket, and that's exactly what he did. But I think thought he had Terrence Ferguson continuing to go, and Ferguson may go up and get that ball, and he never really jumped to try to catch it.
Third down and 7 at the 17-yard line. Gabriel trips left from the right hash, back to throw. Quick throw, batted down. And that should be an incomplete pass, and now they finally blow the whistle. They waited until
on the field was an incomplete pass.
Idaho picked the ball up and ran it about 20 yards before they blew the whistle.
Yeah, you would think they saw a pretty obvious batting of the ball by the defensive lineman to knock that ball up in the air and have to wait that long to blow the whistle.
Might have been waiting to see if it was intercepted before, because I saw one official indicate the ball had been tipped, but
boy, is Oregon go for it here?
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
Another injured player, and I don't see on the Idaho sideline someone has got cramps again. So Idaho will call, or actually maybe an injury timeout. Official timeout. Idaho still has 2. Oregon 3 timeouts remaining. Well, I'll tell you what, 5:42 remaining here. You're up by 3. Field goal possibility, which would be about a 35-yard field goal.
Yeah, and would put you up by 6. So a touchdown and an extra point for Idaho would then put them up by 1. But do you want to go to a situation where you give Idaho a chance to drive and get into field goal range and tie it?
Yeah.
You know, Sappington's a pretty good kicker last year. High percentage kicker, made a lot of kicks. Missed one here tonight, but it was a long one, 50-plus.
Well, when life gets real, start at Kohl's, where we've lowered prices on thousands of items your family needs for whatever life brings. Kohl's, where families come first. And Duck Football brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Let's go downstairs to Dusty Heron. 4th down and 6, 7. I mean, almost not much of a decision to make here, is there, Dusty?
I mean, I think you got to kick this one and go up by 6. But you know, the offense came back out on the field. We do have Sappington is warming up over here, and Luke Basso is practicing snaps. So a little bit of confusion of what exactly they're going to do. But it looks like the kicking unit's heading to the bench, and the offense is going to come back out here for that 7 yards. You got to give them a long field, and one thing that up until that last drive, Idaho had not been able to put together a long and extended drive, but the last one was the longest one that they've had so far.
So 4th down and 6, almost 7. From the 17-yard line, Gabriel will send 3 receivers out to the left.
Oregon 0 for 2, by the way, in 4th.
To the right. And movement, flags fly. This will be a free play. Now they finally blow the whistles. I'm not sure about some of the officiating, that they've let some plays go and stopped some tonight that have been very inconsistent.
Number 52.
But there was contact. They just blew a whistle too late. There was contact, and they let them actually
let the play continue.
They let the play continue. So I thought that was going to be a free play, and then I heard the whistles.
Well, that changes things up there. All of a sudden, 4th and 7 becomes 4th and 2, and sorry to interrupt you there, Jerry, on the last play, but Oregon's 0 for 2 in 4th downs here today.
Yeah.
They've not been able to get this down in distance right here or even shorter and make it.
Gabriel. Trayshawn to the right side. Snap to throw. Swing it out. Wide open. Catch May. Touchdown, Tez Johnson. Got to wait for the official to throw the arms up, and he was a little lazy doing that, but that's pretty cool. 4th down and 7 to 4th down and 2. To touchdown to 23-14 and a potential 10-point lead. And how much better do you feel about that?
Well, there was no doubt about it. When he was wide open out there in the flat, catch it. He's got the first down by far, and then it was just a matter, can his speed get him to the pylon?
The field of a touchdown is under further review.
Yeah, I thought they'd look at it. The official took so long to put his arms up, so I'm wondering, did he get the pylon before he stepped out?
Yeah, keep in mind the ball is in his left hand. So did the hand go over the top of the pylon at the goal line? Because the pylon is the goal line. So did the ball break the plane, or is it outside the pylon? I mean, either way, it's a first down, and it's either a touchdown or it's at the 1 foot line.
Well, I think it's ruled a touchdown. I'm not sure this would be easy to overturn.
Yeah, that's true.
Dusty Hare right down at our Toyota sideline. Mike's right in front of you. What'd you see?
Yeah, it was actually really good officiating. You mentioned it, Jerry, that it took a really long time for the lines judge to put his hands up. That's because he went back and he checked with the side judge, who was looking straight down the sideline at the goal line. So they had both angles of it right there. And when the side judge confirmed, it looked like he went over the top of the pylon and not outside of it, That's when the official popped his hands up.
That's a great look by you. Watching a replay, we can see the officials look at each other. That's great communication by an officiating crew.
And you could tell Tez Johnson's body goes right over the top of that pylon. And again, Jerry, like you said, it's called a touchdown. It's going to be tough to overturn, but it's where is the ball, not his body.
Did he tuck it enough to go over with his body, or did he have
did he swing it wide outside that pylon? Either way, they're going to get plenty more plays, but you hope this is a touchdown and it ends the drama.
After review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown stands.
Not surprised.
I don't know how you overturn it.
No, but it'd been tough to overturn. So Tez with a touchdown to make it a 23-14 lead. And the extra point coming up would make it a 10-point advantage with 5:36 remaining. Well, head coach Dan Lanning always says we'll go to the doctor on Monday and find out what we need to get fixed. It's going to be a long appointment.
Might be a few appointments.
Sappington with a point after. Fairly important point after. Kick up, and he's too good. He's not going to miss that. 24-14, 10-point advantage with 5:36 remaining. By the way, U.S. Bank's a proud supporter of Oregon Athletics. Together, there's nothing as powerful as the power of us. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. I'm just curious how UCLA and Hawaii are doing.
I'll get you that here. 13-13. UCLA's come back. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's 13-13. I'll get you some scores here in just a second. Hey, by the way, Toyota drive summary for Oregon. Their 10 plays, 75 yards in 4:09. Tez Johnson, the 12-yard touchdown reception from Dylan Gabriel. Gabriel's having a heck of a night. Sappington's extra point. It's Oregon 24, Idaho 14. 5:36 left in the game. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. And the Safeway scoreboard update. Fresno State, great fight here tonight, but Michigan 30-10 with about 3 minutes left in that game. So I get one back there on Jerry. UCLA and Hawaii tied at 13 with 8:36 left in that game. Ohio State over Akron earlier today, 52-6. Penn State over West Virginia lost that one, 34-12. Iowa shuts out, surprise, surprise, Illinois State, 40-0. Maryland over UConn, 50-7. Purdue over Indiana State, 49-0. Indiana over Florida International, 31-7. Nebraska takes out UTEP, 40-7. And Northwestern over Miami of Ohio, I lost that one, 13-6. And Rutgers and Michigan State also winners.
Line drive kick will sail out of the back of the end zone. Sappington's got a heck of a leg.
He does.
He really does. And it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon needs to dig down and, at the very least, make Idaho earn anything they get. And, if possible, get a 3-and-out. 25-yard line, first down. Lane, Lake Oswego High School, Gatorade Player of the Year when he played there. I think they won the state championship that year. The quarterback, he's done a nice job today for Idaho. Three receivers, tight left, empty backfield now as the running back clears, throws it over the middle. It's caught. Nice little simple throw and catch. Mark Hamper, wide receiver, drifts over the middle and picks up about 5, almost 6 to the 31. Idaho with plenty of time and 2 timeouts remaining. I shouldn't say plenty of time. They got to get 2 scores, so they can't waste time getting 1. Back to throw again. Lane's got to step up and run. Get caught from behind and tripped short of the first down.
What a nice play by Tuioti. Able to trip him up.
33-yard line. 2 yards short of the first down.
Laid out his body to get to his feet. Was able to trip him up.
So here's the chance you need right here. 3rd and 2. Get the stop. Lane, little bobble, hands it off. Going to be a first down, running left side and diving near the 40-yard line. Then he stepped out at the 37-yard line. It's still plenty enough for the first down. Cummings, so to the 38, about the 37-yard line. Still a long way to go with 4:34 remaining and the clock moving here in this 4th and final quarter. And Oregon up 10. College football so much more even now than it was a few years back. A lot of teams can play any game, and this is a great example. Snap high, back to throw. Swinging down the left side. Dropped. Probably should have been offensive pass interference.
Yeah. How don't you get offensive pass interference there? Jabbar Muhammad in great position, and he gets shoved away, and all of a sudden the receiver's wide open, drops the pass, but he just got absolutely shoved. Jordan Dwyer got away with the offensive pass interference there.
Well, he knew he got shoved too. He was pretty upset about it. But dropped ball, so second down and 10 at the 37 of Idaho. Lane back to throw again. Pressure, hit, down! Mateo almost comes in untouched. I mean, I don't know how he got around that offensive tackle.
Yeah, Aiden Napick just basically missed him, and Uiagalele's speed got him there in a hurry.
And they snapped the ball before the officials were ready.
There was no play. The substitution process had not been completed. We'll replay third down.
The official had placed the ball and was backing out, so Idaho ran a play.
Well, Idaho substituted, so you have to allow Oregon to substitute.
So the loss is back to the 28. Third down and 19 now. Loss of 9 on that sack. 3 receivers go out to the right for Lane. Third and long. Back with a throw. Snap, throw. Ball came loose. That might be a fumble. Idaho got back on it, it would appear, if it is a fumble. Derek Harper, I think, hit him as he was attempting to throw the ball, but I don't know if he ever got the arm forward.
Man, you got to get those loose balls, don't you? When that ball's loose on the ground, you want to see him get to it. That was a fumble.
That's a fumble. But Idaho got back on it.
Hold on.
Hold on. Guys, we're being told to hold on.
That was a chance to shut the door right there with a turnover.
The ruling on the field of a fumble recovered by the defense is under further review.
Recovered by the defense?
Yeah, I don't think he means that.
So, Dusty here, we'll go downstairs. Our Toyota sideline mic is in the game. But you were right there. Did Oregon get on that ball?
Boy, Jeffrey Bossa was close to getting down on that ball, and a little bit of scrum with the offensive lineman, but I thought the O-lineman kind of wrangled it
easily. Why would you even say that when you put the ball down and allow the punt team to come on to be able to punt the ball? You didn't even – the referee didn't even signal that it was a recovery by Oregon.
I think maybe he may have misspoke. And
I
maybe
do too.
just be reviewing the fumble itself.
Okay.
And maybe like whether or not it was a fumble recovered by the offense, and he may have just said defense to see if his arm was coming forward or not.
Yeah. It's a fumble, and Idaho recovered it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Bossa was coming in quick, but
Yeah,
I didn't think that he got there in real time. So.
Health plans for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibilities. Pacific Source does what's right, not just what's required. Pacific Source.
After review, the ruling of a fumble recovered by the offense is confirmed. Fourth down.
So, confirmed?
even though that's not what you said, but that's okay. Hey, there's a lot going on down there. I get it. I don't know how those guys do the job they do, and I think
really
this officiating crew's done a really nice job.
Totally agree with you. You got 7 or 8 guys trying to cover 22 guys on the field, all going different directions. I get it. So, punt on 4th down and forever. And the punt in. Taz going to let it drift back, catch it, and have a chance for a return. Try to stutter, stop, and get a couple of flags out as he spins and goes down at the 38-yard line. So I'm guessing a block in the back.
I'm assuming they got low, 14. He was the only guy that was down in that direction.
Taking a while to get the indication. Only 34 yards on the punt.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 14. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Oregon.
Yeah, that was just as low. Trying to help Tez get a return in. Not many opportunities for him tonight.
Got to get that head around the front side. He was able to kind of hit the punt coverage guy from the side, but his head is around the back of the Idaho player, and they're going to call that every time.
2:35 remaining here in this fourth and final quarter. 24-14. Oregon with an opportunity now to run the ball and take some clock down. We still got the 2-minute warning coming up. By the way, Steel, find your local Steel dealer at steeldealers.com. For all things equipment, they got it for you. So probably a steady diet of run. Tez Johnson today, 11 catches, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's had a good day. And here's Gabriel out of that pistol. Whittington behind him. Tez goes all the way to the right. Receiver out there, one left to give it to Whittington, is wrapped up in the backfield. And we'll get, well, actually not back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose yardage. Keyshawn James Newbury, defensive end.
Timeout. Idaho, the second of the half.
First one there. Idaho will run a timeout. They'll have another timeout. And then the 2-minute warning if they can get a 3-and-out here from Oregon.
Well, you know Idaho is not going to believe Oregon is going to throw a pass by any means. And the way they showed it right there, I'll tell you, Keyshawn James Newby and some of these guys along the defensive line, Afalava, Idaho's got a great season ahead of them with this defense as soon as they get their offense really in gear. And again, they're going up against a tremendous Oregon defense.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to struggle against Oregon's defense, but I think a lot of people are going to struggle against this Idaho defense, regardless of who you are.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're trying to look for maybe issues that Oregon has. I think we need to give a little more credit to Idaho, what they have done. They came in with a good game plan, and they have played tough. Gabriel going to throw it. Quick swing out. Little screen to the outside. Trying to get the corner is Tez. Ball pops out of his hands out of bounds as he got rung up pretty good. But he's all right. He'll pick up 5 hard yards. And the clock will continue to run outside of 2 minutes when they go out of bounds.
Dusty, were you down there where you took that hit?
No, I'm on the other side, but I was looking right down the line at it.
That ball came out and McDougal unloaded on
I will
Tez.
tell you, this Idaho defense, their defensive line is physical. They play really hard and fast. And they rotate a lot of guys in there. But this secondary flies around. Like, big holes seem to collapse in an instant. And that is great pursuit by this defense. And they will fly around and knock your lid off.
Impressive.
Yeah.
They're impressive.
They've not been intimidated
No,
here.
not at all. They came in ready to play. 9 of those Idaho Vandals are from the state of Oregon. And so, they're going to come in and say, hey, I want to show you what I can do. I mean, there's a little extra edge to that. And, of course, Jack Lane, who played his football at Lake Oswego. And Oregon's kept pressure on him all day. He still made some pretty incredible throws under pressure. Gabriel's 3rd down and about 5, almost 6. Big 3rd down here for Gabriel. James to his right. Now we'll switch over to his left. Trips to the right. Tez in motion, goes all the way to the left, the boundary side, back to throw. Looking that way. Now running for, now going to throw the ball downfield. It is incomplete. Holden diving for it. I don't know if he just could come up with too far outside of him.
Yeah, I think behind him. That was one of those real tough throws for Dylan Gabriel where it looked like maybe he could run for those 5 yards, and I thought he might give it a try. But he's going to his right, trying to throw it back to his left, and it looked like Holden was running the opposite direction, ball thrown behind. Didn't really give him a chance to catch that ball.
So Idaho burned their final timeout a moment ago. So with 2:14 left, they'll have the 2-minute timeout, 2-minute warning.
Better protect here.
Kick coming. Ducks get it away. Very high. Going to bounce, roll, get a great Oregon roll inside the 15. We'll go about the 13-yard line, and that's where Idaho will start trailing by 10. 2:02 remaining in this fourth quarter. 55 yards on that punt. 24-14, Oregon with the lead. 2-minute warning coming up. They're out of timeout, so Coming up will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Down 10, you need some spectacular things happen, and this is where Oregon got to put a little bit of pressure on Lane, and you don't need to play tight in the secondary in this situation, do you, Jorgen?
Yeah, you don't want to be sitting back and allowing 10-yard chunks and allow Idaho to get in the end zone here, because you know the onside kick would follow that. So you got to continue to do what you're doing, and that is put pressure on Lane, but don't get careless when it comes to your defensive secondary. I think you can probably play zone and make them earn it.
Back to throw. Quick throw over the left-hand side, dropped. Maybe turning his head to go upfield. Jordan Dwyer. Ball was almost underthrown, and he tried to pick it up, turn and run, and he just didn't make the catch. And there's the 2-minute warning with 1:59 remaining. And Oregon up 10.
Boy, I'll tell you what, why did Lane, he almost acts like he got hit when he threw that ball, kind of ran and jogged around the back of the end zone. And he's over on the sideline now, and they're checking his hand.
I wonder if he maybe threw a shoulder out. We'll take the time out and find out when we come back. 1:59 remaining. Oregon up 10, 24-14. And the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When your day one proves they're a real one by showing up with McDonald's breakfast before you even get out of bed. The Friends Don't Let Friends Skip Breakfast deal.
Real friends also understand if you eat their hash browns before you even drive back. It's buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's with 5 options to mix and match. Sausage McMuffin, burrito, McGriddles, biscuit, or hash browns. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Beautiful pink clouds just off the right to the north and northeast of Autzen Stadium as the sun getting down on the western horizon. Duck football brought to you by SiriusXM. No one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM Big Ten Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through the regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2024. Well, we need to let you know that this has been an interesting ball game. Sitting up here in our Country Financial broadcast booth, feeling a little helpless, wanting to help and do something, and all you can do is talk about the game. 2nd down and 13 with 1:59 remaining in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. Back to throw Lane. Wants to go deep and underthrown. Yeah, that is Wagner and quarterback Jack Lane. You mentioned, Jordan, when he came out, he looked like something wasn't right, so he is not back in, and Jack Wagner is in at quarterback. Yeah, they're taking him in, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know if it's hand or shoulder. He almost acted like after he threw that ball, and I never saw a replay of it where maybe he followed through. Somebody was coming in and he hit his hand on the helmet, but he's out of the game.
So Jack Wagner on 3rd down and 10 at the Idaho 13-yard line with 1:55 remaining now. Wagner back to throw. Going to go deep down the right side, and that ball might be picked. It is Nico Reed spinning around backwards, reaching out and grabbing the ball. That's an interception, Nico Reed.
What an interception it was.
Going the wrong way defending, sees the ball coming, spins, dives, and snatches it out of the air.
Yeah, the elevation he has to get, and let alone contorting his body to get that ball. Pressure, look at that. I mean, he completely elevates and twists the opposite direction that his body was going and the receiver was going to make that interception. Wow.
So Ducks get the ball back. Great field position with 1:48 remaining. They'll have it at the 30-yard line where Reed makes the interception. That may be his first interception as a Duck. I don't think he had one last year. Oregon is going to go into the victory formation with 1:48 remaining, leading by 10. And Gabriel will take a knee. Idaho cannot stop the clock. Jorgie.
Yeah, it's time to spotlight today's best in the game. Brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. I'm going with Dylan Gabriel. His first game here as a Duck. He's played a lot of games, but his first as a Duck, 41 for 49, 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, completion percentage of 84% in the game. And again, didn't turn the ball over. Made a lot of really good decisions, and he is our best in the game, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Second down, snap, take a knee. This run the clock, a minute remaining. Dusty Harrod, Jorgie, talking about what Gabriel just did on our Toyota sideline. Mike, Dusty, he did that under a lot of pressure most of the day.
He did. He took what the defense gave him, and I know that making those shots downfield or something that people are going to want to see. But one thing that was always within Bo Nix in this offense when it was running at its best was take what the defense gives you. I thought he did a really good job of that, especially under duress up the middle of the offensive line.
Third down to the final play of the game. The clock will run out after this as Gabriel will take a knee in that victory formation, that safe offense, as he lets the clock all the way down to the 2-second mark with 23 seconds left. Teams will come from the side. Coaches will come out and congratulate each other, shake hands, and say game well played. 24-14 is going to be the final. Oregon finds a way. They get it done, and they get it done against a team that just came in here and said, you know what,